Yeah, Prophet Marshall Curtis back up in this. So this video is going to be about the righteous Africans against the wicked Africans. We're going to call it how it is. We're going to call it how it is because it's time to stop acting like we don't understand what's going on and who's the sellout. I'm more black than half of these weak black people out here. They weak. They're a shell of who they used to be. They ain't got nothing going on intellectually. So how is that black? What is black based on what? The newest trends, the newest looks, the newest LA Gears. You got the newest LA Gears. Remember LA Gears? They got the latest LA Gears. That will make you black. You don't listen. You don't got no world views of a black community that used to be like they was. How black people used to be. You ain't got that. You ain't got that going on at all. So sell out how? Sellout is killing these children, these 7-month-old babies. That's the sellout. The sellout is the person that's killing these children. Oh, okay, so what would you consider yourself? What would you consider yourself? What you supposed to be? Listen, buddy, you can't get me into trouble. You can't get me in a jam. Ain't nobody thinking the perverted stuff and the crazy stuff that you're trying to put across my mind. And if you was using my mom, it didn't work. If you was using her, you probably was. And I don't care about that. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust my family. I don't trust you. I don't trust niggas. So none of that worked. None of it worked. No, it don't. No, it didn't. It's me and God, and it's always been like that for quite some time. See, people thought I was the one with the lack of reputation. I'm the one with the solid reputation. Doing felonies when I was a kid. Doing felonies when I was a kid, little buddy. So you the one gotta go, not me. So guess what's about to happen? A collapse, the whole collapse of America. And you're gonna see it, just like you've seen COVID-19. Just like you've seen COVID, just like you've seen everything else. See, you tried to determine because I didn't get along with your community that you thought I wouldn't make it. You see, God determines that. You're hated for the right reasons. Niggas brought hate on theyself and then act like people racist. You brought hate on yourself. Why your family didn't teach you can bring hate on yourself? Oh, so because you black, it's no valid reason to hate you. Oh, there's a valid reason to hate people all the time. There's valid reasons. Okay, so I don't care if you use my mom. She probably is a Freemason. I don't care about that. She couldn't beat me. She couldn't beat me. What? Oh, I supposed to be thinking something funny towards her. I wasn't. It didn't work. Okay, so God is with me. God is with me, buddy. He's not with everybody. And I'm pretty sure you realize that. He's not with everybody. That's why you're going through problems. You're going through problems because he's not with you. Niggas going through problems because he's not with you. God is not with you, buddy. That's why y'all losing kids, 7-month-old babies, because God is not with you. You're losing 7-month-old babies. You ain't got no credibility. Don't ever talk to me about no sex predator and you killing children as young as 7 months old. That's what they see what I'm saying. Look how pathetic that is. Look how pathetic that is. You can still talk about children, but y'all responsible right here in Brooklyn. Oh, it matters. It don't have to be 10, 20, 30,000 killings. It speaks volumes. That's a term. Go find out what speak volumes mean. Maybe you'll understand. When you kill a 7-month-old baby, that speaks volumes of your community and culture. And guess what? That person probably got it from the culture. That person probably got this mentality from all these niggas around them. So then you're responsible, whether you like it or not, for how these people are thinking out here. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Which makes you liable. If I can trace back the way somebody thinks based on something you put out there, that makes you liable. that makes you liable. If you teach that in the culture, listen, I don't care what you think, man. I got weapons. I don't care about you. You can't reduce me down to a child. Talking about childhood, I'm talking about now. I'm talking about how these lames done fell off now. Ratting and sending their cousins to prison for 12 years. We talking about now. We talking about now how the black community got with somebody that put somebody in prison. Y'all can't be nothing but the police. Oh, how you gonna be the police? How you gonna be the streets and the police? How you gonna be the police and the streets, nigga? I don't care if it's for kids or not. You can't listen. I don't care if it's for kids or not. Especially when you come out and you find that you ain't got no evidence. You ain't got nothing on somebody. You ain't got nothing solid. You ain't got nothing solid. So you thought I was gonna die. You think I'm Jesus. I'm not Jesus. I'm not Jesus. I'm a prophet. I'm not Jesus. I'm his servant. I'm not Jesus. Which means I'm not being crucified. You a cartoon thinking I'm gonna die. You a cartoon, buddy. Okay? I don't deal with yapping niggas. That's why I gotta get away from slaves. Cause I know what I'll do to you. Yeah, keep barking up this tree. Keep playing around this tree. Oh, it ain't ever over. It's not over. It's not over till I'm done. It's not over till you done. It's not over till I'm done with y'all. I don't lose my power. I'm still here. Why? Because I don't deal with niggas? In the Bible, you will be considered a tribe that is dishonorable. Let's put it in the biblical context. I know you feel like you are gods of the world or whatever you feel as niggas. But if you was in the Bible, you would just be another dishonorable tribe of Africans. That's all you would be, buddy. That's it. That's all you would be. They wouldn't even mention the culture and what you did. They wouldn't even mention Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan. None of that would be mentioned. You know what would be mentioned? You was a dishonorable tribe that played with God's people. And you thought you could choose between this person and that person. And God was on my side and it was apparent. Which means you could go get my mom. What's she gonna do? Me and her ain't on the same spiritual level. Oh, I get it, because she's my mom. She's supposed to be more spiritual than me. She was still smoking. She never quit watching ungodly movies. She never got away from the culture. So how is she more spiritual than me and you still connected to the culture? You still watch ungodly movies. You still watching stuff on TV. You still can't watch Christian television. She never did. House filled with ungodly things. How are me and her the same? She never emptied herself and followed God totally in righteousness. Okay, I did. I let go of everything. So who you think God gonna honor? Me. It don't matter what you say. I'm going by the Bible. I can at least say in my life, while you trying to pull me back into things I did, you might think recently, which was 2 years ago. Listen, buddy, I know you want to think that I was doing very sinful sexual things a month ago. 2 years ago is too late, buddy. You lost. You too late. That stuff is removed from me. All that stuff that you heard about me, all removed. I ain't even had sex in a whole year. All removed. So all these ideas that Africans was gonna kill me, listen, buddy, we gonna kill you while you kill your children. While you kill your own children, we gonna kill you. Okay? You in a dream world, buddy. I'm gonna pull you into the real world. You know what we started with the real world at? Facts. What is facts? You know what facts are? Ain't you killing children? You killing children, ain't you? You killing children. Okay. Yeah. So how you gonna check me, buddy? Listen. Listen. Only a clown can think in that condition that you in, that you can come try to check me. See, how I'm fit to be a king. You know how I'm fit to be a king and I ain't even trying to be one? Because I will cut off you, my mother, my brother, and anybody else like you. I cut off anybody. And ain't none of them from my family like me. That's what you probably try to do. Go to the family to find people like me. It's not gonna happen, buddy. You gotta get him out the streets. You gotta get that boy out the streets. Because if you don't, listen, we all know what he did. It's gonna take God to take care of him. And that's God. That's God's job. If he go home to his mom, I expect God to take care of him. And I'm saying that boldly. And listen, man, I never claimed to be God. I never claimed to be that. But I know I know my authority. Not the Christian religious American authority. The authority where you try to play with me, even sending my mom. I don't care about that. That wasn't nothing but a setup. That's all it was. And it didn't work. God knew what it was before I got on the phone. I know I don't trust her. No, I do not. I do not trust nobody that sit up and listen and read my letters and that I sent her about my brother. It's not gonna happen, buddy. I don't care about people changing. You still got, if you go to the prison system, if you do a crime, the prison system is not trying to hear you changed. The difference is he caused too many problems. I didn't cause problems. Okay, that's the difference. You can't cause all these problems and live. And that goes for black people too. You cause all these problems, you can't live. And you think it's easier for me to die, and you want me to die. But it ain't gonna happen. You know why? Because God is gonna do something so amazing that you ain't, listen, buddy, the last thing you're gonna be thinking about is me. I promise you that. And if you are thinking about me, God is gonna do something to destroy everyone like you. That's my level of faith. I'm not going to work, I'm going to war. That's what I'm doing. I'm at war. I'm not going to work. I ain't got no plans to go to work. You can tell the Freemasons I ain't got no plans to build. I ain't got no plans to build up this country. I ain't got no plans to build up America. Yeah, tell the Freemasons I ain't got no plans to build up this country. I ain't building up nothing. I'm going to war. Just like you expect a black man to say. All I gotta tell you is you ain't got no charges, and that's it. I think you forget that. But I can show you how your whole community has destroyed the whole world. And you know that, don't you? So far as what I know about myself and you know about yourself, what's worse when you can't even get together no charges? You can't get together nothing, can't you? We know for sure you caused this to happen. And I'm sorry, I'm not Jesus. I'm not gonna die for you. You're gonna die for us. You're gonna die for the right, for what's right. You're gonna die for what's right, buddy. And that goes for these gay people that play with me. Listen, I ain't had sex with nobody in over a year. Why would a gay person be in my life? So what made you feel that you in my life? I'm not, you can't pin that on me. I know you want to. I know you want to remind me and think I'm stuck in being gay, and I'm not. No. No. That's the only reason you're here. As if to remind or to accuse. It ain't gonna work. You ain't here for a good reason. You ain't here because, oh, well, we think that's one of our own. No, you're here to accuse and hoping that you can find something on me. That's what it is. That's all it is. And guess what? I'm not in the problem. I'm not in the situation. I promise you that. All I gotta do is cut off the weak links, cut off the fake family members that can't make up their mind. They can't make up their mind what to do. You too weak. You're too weak to live in the real world we live in. See, when you're a real king or queen, you will kill who needs to be killed, even in your own bloodline. If you knew your family member caused all these problems in America, not me, this person went to the Freemasons in the black community and then hide in their mama's house. Now they hide in their mama's house. Nobody's fearful of her. We fear God. We fear God. I don't fear her. Because what God decides is what's going to happen. It's no way in the world you can expect me to love niggas in the way they did me. I don't care what you talking about. I don't care if you talking about love all day long. I can show you how your own family. You would hate your own family if they did you like you did me. Right. So why I ain't gonna hate you? See, all you gotta do is show people the family element. All you gotta do is show the people the family element. That's all you gotta do. When you show people the family element, it's no mistaking it. You would hate your family if they did you like they did me. You hate your own family. So why wouldn't I hate black people if I would hate my own family in the same situation of what they done? You would love them. Okay, so you got hate. Hate that you caused on yourself. And this is healthy hate. Healthy hate is I separate. I abstain from, I refrain from embracing. That's what it is. I stand away from you. I will never embrace my enemies. I will never embrace people who play in my face. And I know I got biblical stance on it and biblical backing. Y'all just Americans. And listen, you're a weak American. And listen, for me, yes, you're a weak American. I don't care what you're doing in Iran, you still weak. You're a weak American. You're weak Americans, and we know it. That's why you're going to be dropping like flies when this war pop off. You think you're going to be prepping, and man, you're going to be dying. You're going to be dying. We hate America. Yes, I hate this country. I hate Americans, and I hate America. Okay? Clear enough for you? Clear enough for you? Well, I ain't even just focusing on black people. I'm focused on the whole thing. I hate all of you. I hate all Americans. I ain't crashing out. This been my position. Go check my numbers. Go check my videos. I've been hating you. You just so stupid you can't accept it. I ain't never show love to this country. I ain't never show no love to nobody. Show me somebody I show love to in this building. I don't show love. I ain't show love to nobody. So why would you think I love you? Cause you're a pathetic bum. That's why. I ain't showing no love. Ain't no love. Ain't no love, sucker. What world you live in? I've been real, buddy. I've been real, and I ain't need a whole bunch of guns to prove it. So you need a whole bunch of guns to prove it. It's a mentality. I've been real. That's why I won. And I ain't have to have a whole arsenal of guns. I didn't have to have an arsenal to win this war, as you can see. I didn't have to have an arsenal to be realer than you, to be harder than you. All I had to do is overcome, and everybody seen me as realer and harder than you, and told the truth about your community. Marrying children. Talking about pedophilia. You can't marry children, sucker. What real nigga say you can marry children and talk about pedophiles? What real nigga you know where New York got a whole history of marrying children? New York got a whole history of it. New York got a whole history of marrying children that you can't do nothing about. You can't do nothing about that history. Go find out how many Christians knew that. No, hold up. These the same people you go to get counseling. They're talking about me, right? Go see how ignorant they are. Oh, this supposed to matter. You supposed to be educated. Well, let's talk to these Christians that don't know their country marrying children and never made a topic, never made one sermon about child marriage in America. Oh, go find me a sermon. Go find me a sermon where Christians are talking about marrying children. Go show me a message where preachers are talking about it. You can't even find other Christians. I'm the only Christian talking about it. But then they'll be the same one rallying around like slaves talking about child molesters. That part. But be rallying around like slaves looking at you. Listen, man, I'm ready to defend myself. That's it. You know how I handle this? You know how I handle drama? With weapons. The threat of weapons, whether it be spiritual or physical. That's how I handle it every time. I ain't playing nowhere. But listen, I feel endangered. I'm not your plaything, buddy. I'm not your plaything. That goes for my family. If I tell you that if you dealing with my brother, then don't deal with me. What part of that you don't understand? If I told my mom if she got anything to do with him, don't deal with me. How can you not respect that? You still try to have your cake and eat it too, and that's why I don't trust you. No, you knew how serious I was, and if you didn't, you don't know me. If I told you, if you talking to him, I don't want nothing to do with you. If I told you that, why would you still be talking to me? You know what you're doing, I don't. If you know you still talking to the person that caused these problems for me, then why try to talk to me? That's all I'm saying. I'm not begging to talk to my mother. I'm a grown man. I can live with you or live without you. It ain't gonna break my heart at all. I done separated myself from that relationship a million times. It's not gonna break my heart, I promise you. I don't crash out, nigga. I don't crash out. I crash other people out. I don't crash out. I spaz out and I crash you out. I don't crash out, nigga. That's some weak people. I don't crash out. This is for a white person. Oh, he's crashing out. Oh, for a real nigga. Oh, he's spazzing out. I'm spazzing out, nigga. Like, listen, if I tell you not to talk to me and talk to him, if I tell you not to talk to me and talk to him and have a relationship, you can't do it. This person done so much. I told her to her face on the phone, I can't have nothing to do with you. No, I can't. I can't do that. I'm always faced with it. She talking about, oh, well, people can change. So what? I'm still going through what I'm going through. Which means he needs to be brought to justice. And niggas gonna hide him anyway. Man, I figure they part of it. I figure niggas is part of it. I figure niggas is part of protecting that dude. Right? I feel that way. So then guess what? It's a war between good and evil. And I'm sorry, buddy. I'm willing to kill whoever I gotta kill at this point. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at today. So for a nappy head nigga, let me tell you where I'm at today. I'm willing to kill if I got to. You understand me? That's where it's at. Try it if you want to. If you can see I got plenty of pain and plenty of stuff I gotta deal with, I don't know why you would even doubt that. Oh, you thought because of my sexuality you heard something about my... I ain't never been fake though. I ain't never been fake through any of that any part of any time. And you listen to these dumb niggas and they wasn't there. Was you there when I did crimes? Was the niggas there when I did crimes? Okay, so then how can you account for who I am if you don't know what I've done? Right. How can you account of what I've done, who I am, if you don't know what I've done? Cause you a lame nigga thinking you know that nigga gonna tell you everything like these rappers. These rappers gonna tell you everything. You don't know everything. You don't know everything about me. All you know, listen, if I was petty, why I'm always keeping weapons? Weapons ain't petty. Y'all niggas lame niggas. You in high school. I'm not going to prison. That's the only reason you don't see me doing something to some of these people. That's the only reason. That's the main reason. You already the enemy. God will let me kill you. The only thing holding me back is the law system. God will let me kill people here. You don't know the God I know. Yeah. I know the biblical God. God will let me kill niggas who is my enemies. Why wouldn't he? That's what level I'm on, buddy. I ain't on this law, the law system of America. I'm on God's system. If the law ends, God will let me kill as many of these people as I can. And I will still go to heaven. Yes, I would. Because you are declared an enemy. See, that's the difference. I know when God will let me kill my enemies. And it don't matter what the law is saying. But I have to abide, obviously, by the world they created. Make sense? They created a world where you can't do it, right? Okay, so then they're not going to hear anything else. They're going to go by the world they created. So in wisdom, I have to move around the world they created. They're not. Listen, the fake fantasy world that you got in your mind ain't gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen? All of y'all about to suffer on a whole nother level. That's it. That's all. You can't. Jesus is not on their side. No, because Jesus is about correction. My mom is not a wise person. No, she's not. Okay, number one, how are you going to still talk and try to involve yourself with somebody and still reach out to me? And I made it clear to you, I don't deal with him. How's you still reaching out to me? I'm not reaching out to you. I'm blocking you and everything. How you still reaching out to me? She reaching out to me. I cut it off, blocked her and everything. Why she still calling me then? That's why I don't trust her like as an enemy. I don't trust that person. Nope. Don't trust him. Don't trust him, man. See, people think I'm the soft person in the family. I'm the hardest. I'm more terrible than any of them in my family. That's what I'm saying. And that's why, this is why I'm going to move the way I'm going to move. If you put my cousin in prison, he didn't deserve it. You know he stole crack cocaine from me. You know, and back in the day, he knew that and all that stuff. Okay, so then how you gonna put him in prison and you know he a thief? You know this person is a thief. You know that. You can't crucify me like I'm Jesus, buddy. I'm not Jesus. I kill you before you try to kill me, buddy. That's what nigga you looking at. I guess you had it confused. I definitely would kill you before you try to kill me. I guess these niggas had it confused. See, this is a war between the righteous Africans and the wicked Africans. And white people don't know nothing about what's going on, like they always don't know what's going on. The bottom line is you played with me and you couldn't arrest me. When you went to war with me on the streets, then we gonna go to war with you in the spiritual world. And that's that. And you can't get mad. You start losing, you can't get mad. That's what lame niggas doing. That's why they put niggas down there in the hallway. You know why? Because they mad. That's supposed to be putting pressure on me. You ain't, man, them lame niggas ain't putting no pressure on me, nigga. I done been around felons, man. I done been around real niggas. You ain't listen, that ain't putting no pressure on me, nigga. I'm just letting you know. You putting a nigga down there and all that shit, all that stuff going on, that's not putting no pressure on me, bro. That ain't working. That is not working. Now, if I wanted to regulate, I could have earlier when the person was playing with the door. I walked right past him and I could have got you if I wanted you. I'm just letting you know, and you know that too. You was playing with the door, you didn't know what to do. Flight or fight, right? Flight or fight. You messing with the door, I came out. See, that's why I don't play with people in my close quarters, right? You play with people in close quarters, they can catch you slipping anytime. I can catch you slipping anytime. What you gonna do? You a dumb nigga, starting problems where you eat, crapping where you eat at, defecating where you eat. I don't do that. I could have killed you right up in here. I walked right past you in the door and you was messing with the door. Now, if you was really an ops, you would have walked away from the door. You would have had to. You ain't built like that. You don't think like that. You still playing with the door. I got weapons on me when I walk past you. Little did you know. Little did you know I had weapons on me when I walked past you, bro. I could have took you right then. Based on everything I know you said and I heard and you ain't think me, I heard it. I already heard you. I could have took you right there. I'm just letting you know what type of nigga I am. For somebody to even think like that, you stupid. A retarded nigga ain't even gonna think nothing like that. Right. And not in no sense of, catching people slipping and everything. Look, this dude playing with the door and everything. He looking right at me. Like to the point where I had to look away. Yeah, I know you remember that. While you was playing with the door, I could have got you. I just want you to know, sucker. The difference between me and you ain't about this life. I am. When you was playing with that door, I could have killed you right there. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know. I'm not, that ain't a threat. I'm showing you how I could have handled myself. I'm showing you how I could have handled myself. And while you out here playing and talking about people, you saying words that you deserve to die for. Other people in this building too, you already deserve to die. See, if you wasn't cowards, just like my brother, hiding behind his mother, still sucking his on his mama titties. You listen, man, you should be man enough if you know what you did to stand out here on your own like I did. Like I'm planning to do. I'm going to the streets. I'm taking this to the streets. I ain't hiding behind this facility. I ain't hiding behind this security of this building or whatever. I'm going to the streets. Yeah. I came from the streets. I was on the streets. I was in Charlotte on the streets. What else can a nigga do? If anybody want to smoke, I was on the streets of Charlotte. That's why when I came back to New York, I would have been like, oh, this dude just came from Charlotte. If they ain't do nothing to him, we ain't doing nothing. Straight like that. That's why we know we dealing with ignorant niggas. Because if you were smart, you would have said, yo, hold up. Didn't all this come from Charlotte? Oh, well, this nigga just came from Charlotte, right? Yeah, he came from the Chinese bus up here from Charlotte. Okay, so then they ain't do nothing, right? Okay, so then shit, we ain't doing nothing. Wait, no, he just came from Charlotte and Charlotte couldn't even do nothing. Nah, we cool on that. We ain't doing nothing. If Charlotte ain't do nothing, we ain't doing nothing. If that nigga came through Charlotte, what we look like doing something? Because you a nigga. You want to be involved in problems. You want to be involved in drama. You want to be involved in ratchetness. That's what it is. But if you were smart enough, you would have realized, oh, dang, he just came through Charlotte. How he got... They ain't do nothing, they ain't say nothing to him? Or do nothing to him? Oh, nah, we cool then. Nah, no. I would have said no. If Charlotte sitting back and they let him pass through their city and they ain't do nothing to him and they ain't put no pressure on him, then we ain't got nothing to do with it. See, that's how real niggas move. Not these gay niggas. Not these little gay niggas. The real niggas move like, oh, well, if he moved through Charlotte, he came up here. Nah, we done with that. Because Charlotte didn't do nothing. Charlotte didn't say nothing to him. He passed through Charlotte. He was out there in Charlotte 2 different times. He was in Charlotte 2 different times. 2024 and 2025. He was walking through Charlotte, everything, and they ain't do nothing. They ain't say nothing to him. Not one time? Oh, we done. We ain't playing ourselves like that because he went through Charlotte. They ain't say nothing. What would you think if you was me? Oh, you just went through Charlotte and these niggas didn't say nothing to you. Then you come up here and they act like they want all the smoke? Man, come on. That's what I'm saying. Put yourself in my shoes. Forget your shoes. Put yourself in my shoes. You walk through Charlotte late at night, tipsy, walking around. Hey, everybody seeing you. Everybody was looking at you and seeing you, everything. Wasn't like I was hiding. I was out there drinking, walking around, everything. Charlotte didn't say not one word to him. Oh, you can play the little nigga games, under your breath nigga games, like they do everywhere, what niggas do nationally, universally, but you ain't gonna say nothing to me directly. And that's what we talking about. You ain't built like that, nigga. And as long as you not, I don't care what you talking about. If you can't talk to me directly, to my face, and I check you, like I checked that last nigga up in there, that bald-headed RuPaul looking nigga. Listen, man, come on, bro. If I come to the door and check you, no, I need to bring that up. So we can understand niggas getting checked in this place, man. And no, nigga, you got checked and you trying to save face because you wanted to look like you was checking me and you ain't no way in the world you gonna do that. Do you feel you check me? How you check me? I treat you like a female. I'm calling the police. I can't beat on no female. I can't beat on no gay nigga. That's gonna move like a female. You ain't gonna confront me like a man. So you gonna move like a female. So I'm gonna treat you, if you moving like that and me and you can't see eye to eye, I'm smart enough, my chess move is, I'm gonna treat you like a female. I'm gonna call the police on you. That's what you supposed to do as a real nigga. You don't go back and forth with no female because you can't win. If you beat her up or you do something to her, they gonna say you should have walked away. And they almost gonna say that if it's a gay person. If it's a tranny or a gay person, they gonna say you should have walked away. That's a fag. That's what they gonna insinuate. That's a fag. Why he in your world? Why you in his world? My point exactly. But see, they connected to the nigga train. You know what I'm saying? They on the nigga train with the rest of these people. Okay, that's all it is. They on nigga train. We call it nigga train. That's what they on. Okay, so that's why they ended up in my world. That's why. Otherwise, what sense does it make? I ain't had sex with nobody in a year. We know that's what you all about. So how mean you got any business? I haven't had sex with nobody, and I'm glad to say that. I haven't had sex with nobody in a whole year. So where does a fag come in? Because we know you shallow-minded. We know you ain't nothing about sex. That's all you about. That's all you about. So if I ain't had sex in a year, so then what the business I got with a faggot? That's what I'm saying. What else you gonna be talking about with a fag? And right. Especially if you don't share a common mindset. What we gonna be talking about? Come on, stop playing, bro. Stop playing, man. Listen, man. No matter what tricks you try, God is on my side. You ain't getting out of this. We already determined, and you determined it yourself that you deserve to die. You know it. And ain't nothing gonna change tonight, nigga. That's what you have to tell a retarded nigga. Ain't nothing gonna change. You gotta tell him every day. Because a nigga think he can win every day, and ain't no way you getting out of this. You caught, nigga. We know everything y'all did. And that's why your country's suffering. That's why these kids dying and all this. And we ain't gonna mourn and we ain't gonna cry. We ain't crying about none of it, nope. It's a testament of who you are. What I've been talking about. The righteous Africans against the wicked Africans. That's all that's going on here. And you know, it don't matter sometimes when it's Hispanic or Latinos. Hey, tomato. Here in America, tomato, because they niggas too. They right there, they got the mentality from you, they just like you, they move like you. Some of them are niggas too. Tomato in some cases. Oh, I know I'm right. They the closest thing to a nigga. They the closest thing to how a nigga think. Listen, I don't bite my tongue for nobody. I'm too old for that. I call it how it is. Like a papa. You act like niggas, I treat you like niggas. I ain't gonna treat you like no upstanding citizen. I ain't gonna treat you like some prominent, regal queen, African king or queen. That ain't you. So why do you deserve that respect? You don't. How you deserve it? Off the strength of being black? I don't give people respect because they just black. No, I don't. Maybe you do. I don't. Not in 2026. Nope. I don't give no respect to people because they black. That time is gone. Who in the world you know gonna give out respect to niggas just because they black? And they be the first one to rob you. You go down the wrong street and they'll rob you blind. They will rob you blind. Go down the wrong street and niggas will rob you. And you talking about brothers and sisters. These same niggas will rob you in the wrong situation. Man, yo. Any nigga you even looking at, if you was in a different situation and you had more money than they had, they would rob you if they could. It's that simple. I believe that wholeheartedly, man. So I live in the real world while y'all live in this fantasy world like we all together. And we ain't halfway together. We not even half 50% together. Okay? We not together at all. Black people being killed, black children being killed. Psh, man, you pathetic. Y'all pathetic. And what's more pathetic is you trying to come see me. You don't want to see me. I promise you, bruh. I promise you. Because I'm the type, I'm going to just get it in. I'm going to prison. I'm not finna sit up and play with niggas, man. That's why I send out warning shot, and nigga think it's rah-rah. No, a real nigga gonna send out warning shots. Over and over again. Warning shots. That's what a nigga doing. Beware of the dog, nigga. Beware of the dog. I put a sign on this door. Beware of the dog. And you don't gotta believe in me. Believe in my weapons, like I tell people. You don't gotta believe in me. Believe in my weapons. which means you don't have no room to doubt somebody that got weapons. Who gonna be stupid enough to say, well, I know for sure? How you know anything for sure? And that's right. Just that little bit of, listen, that little bit of doubt is what gets you killed. This person got weapons. How you gonna doubt weapons? Because what you think I'm gonna do if something escalate? I might not do it right away, right? But if it's escalating, what you think I'm gonna do? And any fighter know what I'm talking about. If it's escalating, what you gonna do? You see it escalating, you feel it escalating, you in the middle of an escalation. What you gonna do? And you got weapons on you. You gonna do what you always plan to do. What you always plan to do. That's what you gonna do. You're gonna get the bright idea to pull your weapons. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. See, I done been around killers. I try to tell people this. Oh yeah, it matters. I'm giving you my resume, buddy. I already been around killers right here in New York, right here in Brooklyn. One of my best friends was a killer. You can believe what you want to believe. You can believe what you want to believe. One of my best friends was a killer right here in Brooklyn, buddy. 20 years old with a body under his belt. Already killed somebody at 20 years old. Why these old fake niggas, you know what I'm saying, ain't never been around no killers, man. That's all I'm saying, bro. So they shouldn't be in my politics. None of them. I don't feel, if you ain't willing to kill, this is how I'm gonna put it for me. This is for me. If you ain't willing to kill, you shouldn't be playing with me at all. Does that settle it? That means there's no room to be talking. I'm not saying I can't die. I'm saying, listen, it's not gonna be easy for you. It's not gonna be easy as you making it. It's not, no, it's not. I'm a strong man, buddy. I used to lift 200 pounds in the gym. 200 pounds? I know you're not 200 pounds. Any real man knows this. If you could lift that much, you could at least get it up one time. Or somewhere near it, right? Which is about what, $180? At least. And what these dudes are on the average, about $180? Man, come on, man. Listen, don't try to square up with me, buddy. It's too much energy over here, man. Come on. It's too much energy. I done lived in Los Angeles, That's right. I lived in Los Angeles, California. I didn't walk away dishonorable. How? Did I put anybody in jail? Like my brother? That's the bottom line. And we ain't talking to street nerds. We talking to real niggas who live real life. Okay, so did I put anybody in jail? Anybody in jail because of me? Okay, so what you talking about? Oh, okay. Go ask about me when I was in Los Angeles, getting the gun plug, asking about the gun plug, inquiring about the gun plug in LA, in Los Angeles. It's one thing to ask for a gun over here in New York, this bum town. It's another thing to be acquiring about the gun plug in LA. See, I fulfilled my full potential of being the real nigga I supposed to be in life. I went everywhere. I was always a real little nigga. And then I branched out and went to California and walked away in one piece. The bottom line is I walked away in one piece. So I fulfilled my full potential. Let's keep that. Let's look at it like that. Let's look at it like that, nigga. I fulfilled my full potential. As a real nigga, it ain't always about money. It's about where your heart is and how much nuts you got. Yeah, I went out to California. Y'all scared to go. Most of these southern people you scared to go out west, ain't you? Oh, because you know it's real out there. Oh yeah. It's a whole different ball game. See, I make it look easy. If you ain't never been to California, I don't feel like you should be trying me either. Not really. Because I feel like you ain't done half of what I done. You ain't done half of what I done. No, you haven't. You haven't. You can get used to this environment, this old bum environment. This ain't the hood. There ain't none of this the hood. So why you acting like it's the hood? This ain't the hood. You don't think I know that? I know what the hood is. This is not the hood. This is Brooklyn, but all of Brooklyn is not created equal, now is it? Oh, you thought I'm one of them southern people think all of Brooklyn is hard. All of Brooklyn is not hard, nigga. You got police neighborhoods in Brooklyn. That part. Well, where police live on the block. Okay then. Oh, police don't live nowhere in Brooklyn. Police don't live nowhere in Brooklyn. Well, then what that tell you, nigga? This ain't all the hood. This just because you put Brooklyn on something don't mean it's the hood. Just like anywhere else, any other city. All of Brooklyn is not created equal. This ain't the hood over here. I know that. I lived in Bed-Stuy, nigga. Oh, they ain't tell you that? They ain't tell you I lived in Bed-Stuy? I did, nigga. I lived in Bed-Stuy, nigga. East New York. New Lots Avenue. Yeah, walking around like a real nigga supposed to. Nobody trying me. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I'm supposed to say. Walking around, ain't nobody trying me, nigga. Yeah, man, listen, man. Listen, let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. Whatever you talking about, man, listen, man. I done been through Brooklyn. I done been through New York. I'm not new to this. You act like you new to it. You new to it? Well, then you already know you done said stuff worthy of dying, man. Why you acting like this the circus? You done said stuff that's worthy of death. I count more than one person done said something worthy of death in this building. I done lived. I done lived on Atlantic Avenue. I done lived in Bed-Stuy, nigga. So stop acting like I'm new to this. That's what I'm telling you, lame niggas. Stop acting like I'm new to this. You see what you playing with, buddy? And ain't nobody in this building can redefine that. What they gonna do? They can't retrack my footsteps, nigga. They can retrack my footsteps. They can retrack my footsteps. Okay, so then what they gonna do about me living in Bed-Stuy? In East New York, oh, their opinion gonna change it. Their opinion ain't gonna change nothing. See, that's how a real nigga stand on his own, nigga. Something you don't know nothing about. Oh, it don't mean literally. It means far as your reputation, and ain't nobody can fade it, nigga. Ain't nobody can fade my reputation. What? How? Because everything I do makes sense. I ain't playing with no fags. I'm calling the police on a fag. Listen, you ain't worth my reputation. You ain't worth it. How about that? You're not worth it, man. Imagine me give you some reputation and you a lame nigga. See, that's how you know you're a boss man. I don't give out reputation. I don't let no nigga get no reputation off of me. No, nigga, you ain't nothing. Imagine me squaring up, sizing up with you. I'm gonna send out the right warning shot and that's it. If you stupid enough to pass by that, then that's you. I'm gonna do just enough for you to know what time it is. And if you stupid enough to still be playing around me, you deserve it. Me and you know you deserve it. That's it. I don't care about nobody else. I care about me and you, right? So you know between me and you, if I send out a warning shot where you know I ain't playing, listen, you know you deserve it if I do something to you. You know that. If you kept playing after that, yes, you deserve it. I'm just keeping it 100, man. Listen. One thing I don't have to worry about is being real. I think that you think that I struggle with that. I don't struggle with being real. Just like most ghetto people, though. I don't know no ghetto person that struggle with being real. I mean, if we all real, then we just having a party, right? Right. And ain't nobody super focused when you a grown man on whether I'm real. Oh, nobody ain't focused on that. No, you just being yourself. You just being who you are, right? You ain't worried about that. That's the furthest thing from your mind, ain't it? For me, if I can roll around on this floor and make a complete fool of myself and I'm still real, that's me. Which means I can do stuff that you say, that was lame. Don't mean I'm lame. Which means my actions is outside of who I am. Anybody know what I'm talking about, man? Any real nigga know what I'm talking about. I mean, I could drop a bowl of cereal. You know what a sucker gonna do? Oh, he a lame. Why? Because I dropped a bowl of cereal? But it's people that corny like that. I'm tripping. Oh, it applies to let's just take it further. You make some little mistake. Besides, bigger than a bowl of cereal, but it's the same lane though, right? It's not a bowl of cereal, but it's something that doesn't define you if real or fake, right? Right. I dropped a bowl of cereal, or I might did this, I might have did that. Okay, but that ain't gonna redefine you, right? No. See, all you need to be worried about, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what all you need to be worried about? Not if somebody's real, if somebody will hurt you or not. That's all you need. I mean, that's it. You in a land now of zombies, nigga. You trying to size somebody up and who they are doesn't matter anymore, man. That's gone. Like an OG said, I heard down in New Orleans, in Louisiana in Baton Rouge, right? This dude was like, looking at how people dress and carry themselves and sizing them up based on what they got and they don't got and stuff like that. And I'm paraphrasing. He said that's out the window. Which means you don't size nobody up like we used to. That's gone. Look, I'm gonna make a perfect example to you. Look at all these kids out here with tight jeans, skinny jeans, but got Dracos. Walk around with Dracos but skinny jeans on and all how they dress. You can't look at him and say, oh, he a punk. Look at how he dressed. I wouldn't be called dead in them tight jeans, and some of us wouldn't. We wouldn't be called dead in certain type of jeans, right? But that kid got a Draco on him. That kid got a Draco. You can't look at these kids how they dress and how they carry themselves and size them up like that. That's how we know people old, because you're going by old rules. Well, that's how I see it. You see how these young niggas look lately? No, that's real. So how you gonna? But they dangerous as they come, right? How in the world you gonna look at him and say, oh, that's gay? Oh, look how he wear his hair. Look how you see what I'm saying? Look how he carry himself. Look at his clothes. You can't go by none of that no more. These dudes got Dracos, everything. So how you gonna do it to an old nigga though? That's out in the street. That's what I'm saying. See, that's how I know you old. That's how I know all of y'all niggas old. You know how I know you old? Because you size niggas up with stuff from the past. I don't size niggas up these days by nothing. Like how you look, nothing. I don't care about none of that. I'm going by what you say out of your mouth and how you move. That's it. And I'm going to be ready to carry myself the right way, if that makes sense anyway. So for whoever it is, I'm going to be able to connect with the community. That's why I can go anywhere. And I come back in one piece and niggas think it's a miracle. Because I know how to carry myself. I'm going to always carry myself the right way. And these lame niggas, these gay niggas, let me explain something to you. You trying to represent a gay brand over here with a straight dude. That ain't going to work, nigga. Because you don't, listen, it's so many other things we look at. You don't bring no kids into the world. I got a kid. I got a son. You're gay. You don't. Oh, no, I'm just keeping it real. I'm being brutally honest. They can make up lies, brutal lies. I can make up brutal honesty. Okay, you don't have no kids. You ain't never spent $1 on a child's life to protect a child, to take care of a child. You ain't never fed no child a bottle. You ain't never changed no diapers. You ain't never done what parents do. That's why you weirdo. That's why you super hyper in your sterile perspective about children, because you ain't never had one. You see what I'm saying? So this dude gonna be super weird talking about children and protecting children because you ain't never been around one. Now you find parents that don't even act like you. See, I said everything I need to say right there, right? We got parents that don't even care like you do. You know why? Because you got this artificial, superficial perspective about children that's not realistic because you don't interact with them. If I don't interact with them, I'm going to have this fake, plastic, superficial idea of protecting children in this standard, right? That's superficial, that don't interact with children. You don't interact with them. You ain't got no kids. So how me and you seeing that? You see what I'm saying? How me and them how you going to size me up with them? I had kids the whole time. I've had a son the whole time. I didn't just have a sick kid yesterday. I had a kid back in 2007. Okay, 2007, not 2017. 2007, right? Okay, so I had the kid the whole time, right? Man, come on, listen, bro. Listen. Me and you are in two different categories of human beings. And I don't care what you heard about me. I never stopped being a parent. I never stopped being a man. I never stopped loving women. Okay? And I got credibility on that. I never stopped loving women. So see what I'm saying? I never stopped loving women. Okay, so then whatever you talking about, I never stopped loving women. I never stopped being real. Everything you see here, I never stopped. That's how you need to look at it. Because in your mind, I became some little I never was like that. Go ask anybody. I never carried myself like that. I still played basketball. I still did everything. I still play basketball with niggas, right? You not with girls, trying to be a tranny with girls. No, I played with niggas. I play basketball with niggas. That's how you get your respect. You try to play basketball as a grown man with women. That's why I don't respect you. You would get more respect if I'm not the smartest man in the world. But when you get more respect as a tranny playing basketball with real niggas, as opposed to girls, which people gonna say you stronger than girls. But you about the same strength as men, right? So you would get, where would you get more respect? With men. Duh. So to me, it would be smarter to go over there and get respect over there. Can't make it up, bro. It would make more sense to go over there, and now you respect it over there. But you're just too stupid to see it, man. You see, what your problem is, you try to take your sexuality into every arena, and it don't work. Well, yeah. You try to take your sexuality into sports. Like it ain't got nothing to do with sports. They look at you as a man, and then it's a handicap. It's not fair to women to have to face physical strength. But you're more focused on who you identify with. You're more focused on who you identify with. To the point where you're going into a sport like that, where it don't make sense. Because the first obvious reason is because you're physically stronger than the women. You are. That's your physique. It don't matter how much you try to act like a female, you're physically stronger than a woman. So what sense does it make for you to go over there and try to play sports with them? Because you're trying to identify as a girl, even in sports. And it don't make sense because you're physically stronger than them. That's why. That's my main reason. If you're physically stronger than them, it's not fair. It's not fair. You a guy. You can run around circles around some of these girls. That's not fair. If we look at it for the sport of the love of the sport, it's not fair. That's what it is. Now, if you somehow was physically the same capabilities of a female, that would be different. My thing is, you're gonna get more respect over there with men. It's gonna look cooler that you over there getting more, you over there. Man, like that's how I see it. And it's gonna look like a big bully if you over here with a whole bunch of girls and we know you a dude. No, darn well you a dude. That's how black people gonna look at it. That's how I'm looking at it. I ain't see I cut to the chase. That's it. That's all. I don't gotta say nothing else. If you're physically stronger as men than women, how am I gonna let you go over there and play with them? Come on now. Come on now. Come on. That's all you gotta say. That's all you gotta say. You ain't gotta say nothing else. Cause as soon as you say something else, they gon' act like it's hate, all this other stuff. Nah. It's common sense gonna play a role in all these situations. Common sense gonna play a role in all these situations. Common sense tell you if it's a guy, a dude going over here, and he work out on top of that. He work out. He works out. And he's going over there. I'm pretty sure he works out. If he plays a sport, he don't work out. I'm pretty sure he do. I'm pretty sure he do, bruh. Lifting weights, working out, everything. Then he gonna go over there and play sports with girls? Man, come on, bro. That's all it is. That's all you need to say about it, and that's it. See, that's how see that's the difference between the reasoning of a black man and a white man. Y'all playing with that whole situation. A black man gonna come in and say the physique of a man would never be the physique of a woman. How he gonna go over there and play sports and be physically stronger than all these other women? A whole league, not even the people on his team, a whole league, he's stronger than all of them. He's stronger than everybody. Then you're really not testing his competency, because his competency isn't weighed physically with the same level of strength that he has, right? You're not really testing his competency until you take him over there with people that's just as strong as him. See, that's why I don't deal with gay people, because I can't win for losing. If I come over there and cause a man got muscles that a gay dude don't got. Oh, you don't think so, do you? It's in my soul. It's in my soul. It's something. It's hard. Only real men know what I'm talking about. It's something in me that's deeper. It's muscles that you couldn't have. You couldn't possibly have them, because it takes certain masculinity. We know half of y'all ain't rise to the whole highest level of masculinity, right? Okay. So certain things you ain't even done physically. It's some things I've done physically you've never done. Like lifting 200 pounds. You ain't never lift 200 pounds in the gym, right? Okay, so you haven't even worked certain muscles like I have. That's what I'm saying. And think about the rest of the men that work all these jobs, these masculine jobs. Think about you fighting one of these dudes, man. These dudes don't halfway work. Half of them not the pick of the litter. They lay around and live on somebody else, having sex with somebody. You act like a sex servant to somebody else. I know the game. You go live on somebody else. You ain't holding nobody down. You listen. You living with other dudes, having sex with other dudes, and living with them. You ain't working. You know how many gay dudes is out of work? They not working. They're at somebody else's house and cleaning up the house and cooking, like a housewife. You a housewife, ain't you? That's what you call yourself too. I bet you do, don't you? You call yourself a housewife, don't you? Yeah. Me, AKA, I'm not working. AKA, I'm just having sex with this guy for a place to live. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing, buddy. Listen, man. Listen, let me tell you something, man. Don't get mad at me because I kicked the real. See, if you was real, you'd be able to accept the real. Like, you shouldn't be playing sports with no girls. I don't care what you identify as. Physically, it's unfair to these little girls, and they could be the best, and then they gotta play against a tranny. Think about that, man. Think about if your daughter was playing against trannies, would you feel that? The first thing you're gonna say, oh man, that he a boy, he a dude, he's stronger. But you took your self-identity into sports, and see, this is how we see. This is how we find it all out. This is how we find it all out. See how far it goes. Where now we gotta deal with your sexuality in sports. You know what I mean? And you're bringing controversy, and now you act like people, you become a problem, don't you see? It would be better if you just went with dudes and fought with. I play basketball with dudes. I can play basketball. I didn't try to go play basketball with girls. I can play basketball pretty decently. Well, I wouldn't play basketball with girls. It wouldn't be fair. Ain't nobody gonna think, oh, he's great, he's good. Until I play with dudes. I run back and forth up the court with dudes. Ask people in California. I play basketball out in the streets. That's why, man, me and you are two different animals, man. That's what I'm trying to show you. When the last time you played basketball? When the last time you even played? Me and you two, you an old man, you an old person. You ain't even got your coordination together. When the last time you played basketball? Come on, stop playing with me. You listen, about 10, 15 years ago, right? 15, 20 years ago. Me and you two different animals, man. That's why I keep trying to show you. Now, you can play me like I'm somebody to play with, and I don't mind catching a charge. If I call the police, don't that show you how serious I am? So that's a double-edged sword. I'm just as serious to hurt you as I'm serious to call the police, too. So you see the seriousness of how I think, right? Right. Right. You're not my equal. You're not my equal. You're not. As far as humanity, you're my equal, but as far as quality, you're not my equal. You're not. You want to know why? Marrying children. I have that information. You got that information? Fake? Nah, I'm charismatic, buddy. I bet you won't say it to my face. That's real. I just proved it. I bet you won't say it to my face. So you a lame nigga saying it behind closed doors. You a lame nigga. That's what you are. I can say everything to your face, sucker. And I guarantee you ain't gonna do nothing about it. I guarantee you ain't gonna sit back like you sitting back right now. You ain't built like me, little buddy. I'm a real killer. You ain't built like me. I don't say that. I don't say that and I'm faking, buddy. I'm too old to care about it anyway. I'm too old to care about being a killer with that mentality. I'm too old to even care about it or value that. I'm letting you know what it is. See, once you become a man, which you wouldn't even know, and you got children and you got a wife, you should, as a black man, become a killer based off that. Oh, well, you should be ready to kill. You got a wife and you ain't ready to kill. You ain't never thought about it. What kind of man is that? What kind of man is that ain't never thought about killing somebody and he got a wife? He got a kid. This is why people influenced by the East Coast and the West Coast don't get along. This is why. I don't care about your opinion. I know you ain't gonna jump. I know you an ignorant nigga sitting back thinking you being entertained. You a lame nigga. I can smell a lame nigga. Cause I know a lame nigga position. You in a lame nigga position. Am I in a fake nigga position? Do it look like it? Exactly. You know how you figure it out? What position is a nigga in? Like what he standing in and what he talking like. Well, look at what they standing in and talking like. Them lame niggas, man. All day. Ain't no real niggas gonna be in no position like that. Them lame niggas all day, man. That's why we don't compete with lame niggas like you. We don't compete with you. I just stay strapped, and if you want some, you can come and get it. I'll serve it right on up, buddy. I'll serve it up like a bowl of oatmeal. Good and hot for you. Put a little butter in there for you. You want a little butter in there? I'll put a little butter in there for you. You want a little butter in there for you? Want to put a little butter in there for you? I'll put a little butter in there for you, buddy. You want a little butter in there? Oh, you gay? You probably want a little butter in there, don't you? You want a little butter in there, don't you? I'm pretty sure you use butter from time to time, don't you? Hey, I'm pretty sure you use butter from time to time, don't you? You use butter from time to time, don't you? Margarine and butter and margarine. You use margarine from time to time, don't you? Can't be serious, buddy. Stick to the butter, buddy. Stick to the butter. That's gonna be the ongoing joke. Stick to the butter. And stop playing with me. Stick to that butter, buddy. Stick to that butter. Because you don't want to take what come with it, man. And so people play with it and they don't want to go the full distance. I done seen your counterparts fold on the same position. When it turn up, they don't want to go the full distance. And I'm still here. I'm still talking like I'm talking. So I ain't going the full distance. Oh, yeah. I'm going the full distance. You fold when you stop talking. You fold when you stop carrying weapons. Oh, you just fell off. You stop carrying weapons, stop talking. You ain't gonna never see me like that, buddy. Because the truth is like I said, whether niggas feel you real or fake, as long as I'm carrying weapons, buddy, it's gonna be A-okay. Now, ain't that right? I'm gonna say it like a preacher, ain't I right about it? Am I right about it? Am I right about it? Long as I keep carrying weapons, that's all you need to be concerned about. See, now, that's how you know you're a grown man. Because as long as you got a weapon, listen, buddy, we ain't in high school and school. Well, that's David Hooks. I sit with him in the 3rd grade. Yeah, That's David. You know how you say the whole name when you were a kid? That's David Hooks. That's David Hooks. Hey, and when you're in school, you say the whole name, don't you? That's Jessica Pantino. That's Jessica Pantino. You playing with me like I know you from school. Like that's Donnell Currence. Buddy, listen, we out of school, bruh. You hit me like you hit me with the full name. That's Donnell Currence over there. That's Donnell Currence. It might be, but you don't know me. It might be Donnell Currence. You sure about that? Are you sure about that? You can't be too sure, can you? You can't be too sure, can you? That's all I'm saying, bro. Listen, we could be listen. You could take your defeats laying down and be a good little boy. A good little boy. That's how your mama tell you, a good little boy. You could take your defeat as a good little boy, or it could be a painful defeat. It's however you want it to be, bro. You already defeated. I mean, Brooklyn ain't even standing up. So like at some point, Brooklyn, can you tell them, please tell them to harp down, to have several seats. Have several seats, bro. Y'all just killed the little girl. You still out here, bro? You still talking? You a lame nigga. Real niggas gonna have a moment of silence. Right. You been chilling around the house, like taking shots and laying back, reflecting on life. You don't even really want to smoke, right? I'm talking about for you. I'm not talking about I gotta be like this, but you, right? You sit back, take a couple shots. You drinking more than hey, niggas in Brooklyn drinking, ain't they? Instead of smoking. Cause drinking you gonna dumb down. That's the best way to be when you got problems like that. Why you gonna smoke and then be paranoid, think about, well, not paranoid, but you know what I mean, all in your head, thinking about stuff. See, a lame nigga don't even know what drug to use, do he? He gonna smoke a whole blunt when stuff like this happen. Why would you do that? A real nigga gonna drink, take shots, sit back, take shots, and lay back. Killed a good 7-month-old child. Then you gonna go to sleep and sleep good. You gonna sleep good on that liquor? Listen, man, bro. Let me tell you something, bro. I'm too old to be fake, and I'm too old to be playing with you. I know I got that baby face, but don't let it fool you. That baby face gonna fool you every time. I'm too old to play games. Okay, and you deserve it. You playing in my lane. From day to day, I don't even know what I'm gonna do as far as these lanes. But hey, God will take me to my ultimate destination, which is heaven. Either way it go. Cause that's all I'm worried about. I'm not worried about no family no more. I'm not worried about, man, listen. Family can't keep it 100, man. You know, like, nah, I mean, like with my mom, like I told her, if you want to talk to this person, I don't have a problem with that. I just can't talk to you and with you talking to this person. No. Because if I was so much your son, and you know somebody done something to this person, then why it ain't kicking in for you to be loyal? Why it ain't kicking in? Because you're going to go with the right person, the right son, not the wrong son. So you chose your side. Like, listen, that's how I see it. And that go for anybody else that's with him. If you went out there listening to my brother, listen, you chose your side, suckers. You had to change your heart. I didn't. Because I the one had to walk through this. Keep that in mind. None of these niggas sitting back speculating and spectating. None of them niggas had to walk through this. So how you gonna criticize my attitude? You know what I mean? That's fake. That's fake to me. How you gonna criticize my attitude? When we know you ain't been through half of the beef and drama I've been through. From coast to coast and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even beat me in one situation. I don't care what you think. I know what I choose to think about, and I know what I choose to do and don't do, and choose to think about and not think about, and I know it's you. Right? So that's not gonna bother me. None of that's gonna bother me. Listen, my heart don't get broken no more, buddy. My heart don't get broken. See, in your case, because you haven't been to this level, you would think my heart will be broken. It's not. It's not broken. You can't even let your mama go. You can't even let your daddy go. You ain't the man I am. Long as you hanging, you know, gay dude gonna be up on his mama anyway. Hey, gay dude gonna be under his mama, sucking on his mama titty, ain't he? He gonna be on his mama titty. You still in your mama titty? I'm a grown man where we don't depend on our mother for as an emotional crutch. You saying stuff that you won't say to my face, and that's why you ain't the man I am, buddy. I say it to your face. I got weapons too. I say it to your face, buddy. We know you ain't gonna ever say that. So you live in a fantasy, like you pulling up on me, but you're not. Like you talking to me, but we know you not. Because you ain't gonna say it to my face. So then we don't take it seriously. If you bad enough to say it to my face, then that's when people will give you respect. You ain't gonna do that. You gonna say it behind the corner, around the corner, behind closed doors, in other rooms. You know you ain't gonna say that to my face, nigga. You know that. I don't gotta say nothing to you because you ain't a factor. I tell you, like Evelyn from Basketball Wives, you ain't a factor. You're a non-factor. That's the realest thing she said, right? You a non-factor, man. So why would I address you? Say it like a southern redneck. Why would I address you? Why would I address you? Why would I address you? That's how you know I'm a villain, buddy. But I'm a good villain. I can take all the heat. I can take all the hate. And look, have you ever seen a villain stop because he got hate? Hey, you think you're a villain. You know why you ain't a villain? Because you can't stand the hate. How you a villain and you can't stand the hate? That's what come with it. That's why I tell these lame niggas, they want to be everything that we are, man. You know what I'm saying? If you was a villain, you'll be able to take the hate and still laugh in your face, laugh in the face of your enemies. I laugh in your face. Man, I laugh in these niggas' face, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. If you was a villain, you wouldn't want everybody to love you. Oh, everybody just hate us. How you supposed to be villains and you worried about people hating you? That's how you see what I'm saying? You can't come back from it. You can't make it right now. You can't act like I'm telling you to act. I'm already exposing you. See that part? I already exposed you. I don't care what you think of me. I'm a good villain. I'm a justified villain. That's a term I coined. You ain't even heard in your life, have you? I'm a justified villain. Yeah. I'm justified in being a villain. These lame niggas played with me, didn't they? Okay then. Then we going all the way. And guess what? You're a non-factor. I promise you are. So who are you? Oh, that's Michael Davis over there. Back in school, that's Michael Davis, ain't it? That's Michael Davis. Hey, that's Michael Davis, ain't it? That's Michael Davis. That's Michael Davis, ain't it? Say it like in the South, you say Michael. That's Michael Davis, ain't it? Listen, man. Hey, y'all know y'all almost close to death, right? Hey, once I leave New York, they gonna take y'all. They gonna... You know it's coming, don't you? Oh, once I leave, it's gonna be on, bro. Oh, well, they seen how I carried myself. Real niggas form their opinion, right? Outside of your gay opinion, right? So they form their opinion outside of your gay opinion. And they're gonna want to do something to you when I leave. When I leave, they're gonna want to do something to you. Oh yeah. Everybody in the building. Oh, listen, buddy, listen. Listen, I told you already. I can't be fake. It's no fakeness. It's me, it's humanity. Me making sure I say it just right, right? But not to the point where I'm too self-conscious about it, because I know I got weapons. You know, hey, you know what solves it all? I got weapons. Yay! Oh, yay! Oh, yay! Put an A on it. Oh, yay! Oh, yay! Listen, I be having fun with these lame niggas, man. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do, man. Listen. If it was really serious, I would have to be really serious, right? When it's a lame, what I'm gonna do? You gonna make so much mistakes. How I can't make a joke out of it? How are you not a joke? making so many mistakes. Making so many mistakes. How can you not be a joke? Playing around me like talking outside the door. I'm too dangerous for that, buddy. I already marked you in my mind. Now, if I choose to do something to you, what you gonna do? You know what you're gonna do? Listen, your guard gonna be down. You ain't gonna be ready for it. Because you done sized me up the wrong way. I'll leave it just like that. Go ahead. Size me up like that. And then guess what? You're going to look at me like I'm somebody to play with. You're going to look right in my face and think I'm somebody to play with right after what you done said. See, if we was in prison, based on what you just said, listen, you deserve to die already. But you too much of a lame nigga to know that. Yeah. 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 You live in a fantasy, buddy. I know. You live in a fantasy. The white people put you right there. Oh, you can just say stuff in the other room. You can just get over there and say stuff in the other room. And then get no respect from niggas, huh? The same people you trying to impress. You ain't get no respect from white boys. Not the good ones. Not the best. They ain't respecting you. Ain't nothing but scrubby bums and drug addicts and drunks and fags. That's the only ones who are giving you some type of respect. That's it. Them the only ones. Them the only ones giving you some type of respect. Other than that, you ain't getting no respect from nobody, bruh. That's all we care about. Ain't no real niggas respecting you. So who cares? Ain't no real niggas respecting them. That's it. I don't care who is respecting you. It ain't real niggas respecting you. Say what you want, but I'm getting respect from real niggas. I done wrote President Maduro. Stuff, listen, buddy, listen. You a child. You Michael Davis, ain't you? You Michael Davis from the 3rd grade, ain't you? You Michael Douglas Davis. You Michael Douglas Davis, ain't you? I'm Michael Douglas Davis. You Michael Douglas Davis, ain't you? Hey, that's Michael Douglas Davis, ain't it? Oh, man. That's why I say, man, listen, man. That's why I'm built to be a king. You know why? Because I cut niggas off. I cut family off. And that's what you have to do in order to be on these levels. You can't be so tender with mom. You can't let her go. Sorry. Mom didn't make the cut. And these niggas didn't make the cut either. And guess what? Life goes on. I promise you it do. I done live to show you. I done live to show you. I done live to show you. Hey, man, listen. I stand on my own, nigga. I stand on my own. That's why I don't let nobody try to get no respect off of my name. It's all gonna fall apart. You're gonna be cursed. You're gonna be cursed in Jesus' name. Yes, you are. You're gonna be cursed because you can't sit up and act like you on my side, but we know y'all sit back like spectators and speculators and act like y'all was against me or all this stuff. Then I start winning. And some of y'all want to be on my side, then the other people act like they want to fight me, but you already been beat before. But I got respect from the white man. Then I came back around and you act like you gonna beat me. You lost the first time. I beat niggas the first time. Well, it started with you. Then it started with you. I'm not the smartest man in the world, right? I'm not the smartest man in the world, but if it started with you, how I ain't beat you? I beat niggas long time ago. But then once I got a reputation, a nigga try to act like this is the first time. Oh yeah, let's tell all these white folks I beat niggas before. Why they trying to act like they Coco, the tennis player? Why they trying to act like Serena Williams? Yeah, that part. Like you trying to act like you some athlete with it. Oh, I guess because you black, you think you're gonna be an athlete with it, don't you? You think you're gonna be an athlete with it, don't you? You're gonna be Tiger Woods, ain't you? You're gonna be Tiger Woods, ain't you? You're gonna be Tiger, ain't you? Getting drunk, crashing and crashing out. You're gonna be Tiger crashing out, ain't you? Well, yeah, that's a good person to say you are. You crashing out, ain't you? You crashing out like Tiger, ain't you? Hey, that's a good rap line for the rappers, ain't it? I'm crashing out like Tiger. Crashing out like Tiger. I'm pretty sure they'll get it. I'm pretty sure they'll get it. Eminem will get it, won't he? Eminem will get that rap line. Oh yeah, crashing out like Tiger, I get it. You know how much of a rap nerd he is? Oh yeah, I get it. Crashing out like Tiger, I get it. With the new word, crash out, I get it. He's crashing out and talk like Tiger. Hey, you know the rap nerds are always breaking it down. Oh yeah, I get it, like crashing out, the new term, crashing out. With Tiger, accidents and crashing. Tiger with the accidents, with the Tiger accidents. He having the Tiger accidents. He's having, Eminem gonna white part, redneck part gonna come out. He's having the Tiger accidents. He's having the Tiger accidents. Listen, buddy. Listen, I'm number one, buddy. Don't you forget it. I don't listen, I'm not a cruel person, but I draw my lines in the sand. Okay? Like an authority. God will respect that. If I tell you I don't deal with this person and you still continue to contact me listen, I'm not trying to be cruel, but it's nobody in my life like that I can't walk away from. I can walk away from anybody. And some people can't. You can't walk away from your mama. You can't walk away from your daddy. You can't walk away from your family and go to another city. That's why all these niggas don't pursue their dreams. You know why? Because you want to be home with mama. You want to be home with daddy and the family. We going to be cooking out and we don't want to lose those tender moments. You know how we like to sit out there afternoon and when the sun shines right in the backyard. In our backyard, the sun shines around noon. We got like to have our tea out there with the afternoon with the sun shining down on our table afternoon. It just creates tender moments afternoon. We create tender moments afternoon. That's why you can't leave your family. You too tender-hearted. But then you act like you cold-hearted like a savage. Come on, you can't be serious. I can show you with your family you ain't no savage. Man, all them people talking about you and your family, you ain't cut them off yet. All the people in your family talking about you, you ain't cut them off yet. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me, buddy. Couldn't be me, buddy. Couldn't be me, buddy. See, it's more than one way to see who's a savage. Oh, well, if you was a savage, then why you can't cut off your family? Cause you too tender-hearted. That would just break your heart, wouldn't it? You see the levels the savages go to? The real ones. We cut off everybody, buddy. And guess what? Life goes on, man. Life goes on. And guess what? Cutting you off, cutting your black tail off, life goes on too. I don't care nothing about you. So what? I'm not gonna die without niggas. Oh yeah, let me say that again. I'm not going to die without niggas. You just thought I would die without you. You just thought I would die without you. You just thought I would die without you, didn't you, niggas? I didn't. I ain't died without you. You thought I would die without you, didn't you? I didn't. I'm alive. I'm alive. I lived without you. I live without you. And I'ma still live without you. That's right. I'ma live without your mama. I'ma live without these old niggas too. Well, he can't live without them old ones. They cooking all that good food. He can't live without them. Cooking all that good soul food and all of that. He can't live without them now. He can't live without them now. Now he can't live without them now. I have lived without them. And I'm going to continue to live without them. And when I go to Charlotte, I'm not going to be looking to live with them or live around them. Okay? No. Just in case you thought that, buddy. Listen. I've been on one for weeks and months and years. I've been on one for a long time, buddy. Listen, if you want to see how much I'm on one, all you got to do is push the buttons, buddy, and I'll show you that I'm on one all the time. You should know with my reputation, everything I've been through, what kind of person you think I will become? That part. Well, I became exactly what you would expect me to become. A person nobody to play with. A person that is nobody to play with, buddy. That's facts. I keep my weapons. All you need to know, see, a nigga think, oh, if you ain't got a gun, they ain't worried. You need to be. You need to be very worried. If you playing with me and I stay equipped with weapons, right? You need to be very cautious with what you do. I'm telling you right now, because I don't care. You think you mad? Listen, I'm beyond mad. I'm beyond mad, buddy. Can't you tell? Oh, well, maybe you ain't studied an energy like mine. Maybe you haven't studied an energy quite like mine. Well, I'm beyond mad. What you call mad in the nigga community. I'm beyond mad. I'm beyond that. Okay? See, when you get on my level, it becomes war. War is beyond mad. You know what's after mad? War. Where I'm doing all this stuff, this colorful stuff against you. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff. I done went beyond mad, and I'm just doing all this stuff against you. Yeah, that's the next level. Well, listen. Like Bob Marley said, if the cap fits, then you wear it, buddy. You wear it. If the cap fits, then wear it. You know you came out here playing with me. Yes, you did. If the cap fits, then wear it. If the cap fits, then wear it, buddy. That's all. You came out here, you played the game as a nigga, you had your fun. Now it's my time. It's my fun time now. Say it on a kid level like you understand. It's my fun time now. It's my fun time now. It's my fun time now. I don't disrespect the Lord. I don't disrespect Christians and God's people. But if you are an unwise servant, I have to shake the dust off of my feet and remove myself from you. No matter how much you talk about Jesus. Because see, that's what happens sometimes. You become an unwise servant. That's how we put it. And it's no way that a wise servant, now you're getting the right response, aren't you? Now you're getting the biblical response. It's no way a wise servant can walk with an unwise servant. If you know two brothers, one became an ignorant nigga in the streets, going out here talking with black Charlotte niggas, and they spread all this information all over the country. You can't expect your other son to have anything to do with him. And you can't expect me to have something to do with you if you talking to him. That's within reason. Anybody understand that? It's not that it's not that I'm a savage for feeling that way. The savage part is where I cut you off. I'm not, no, because it wouldn't even matter if it was true. This is how bad it is. This is what we tell niggas. Niggas, this is how bad it is. Even if it's true, you still die for messing up the whole community. We don't care if it's true or not, sucker. You listen, you a nigga, you just want to know if it's true. Who cares? Now it's so bad, everybody dies because of it. So now we come back and look at you when everybody told you to stop and you gotta die. See what I said, buddy? No one cares. No one cares. No one cares if it's right or wrong, if it's true or not now. Let's tell dumb niggas we don't care. Now, from not caring, what happens next? What happens next is they want you to suffer because of what you did. How far you went along with this. How much you did. And they told you to stop, didn't they? Because they seen that with my life, they couldn't put nothing on me. They couldn't find nothing. They couldn't find no charges. So how most of humanity is not going to agree with me? You ain't got nothing on me. I can live with whatever I've done, and I'm telling you to your face. So then if you ain't got no charges, if you ain't got nothing on me, then we just going to war. And God was on my side and is on my side, and it's over with for you. It's over with for you. And that's what it boiled down to. Whose side is God on? He on your side? I don't think so. I don't think so, amigo. He ain't on your side. So then you could talk to them other ignorant black people out there and act like God is with y'all. You tripping. You smoking crack. You smoking crack on your lunch break, ain't you? You smoking quack on your lunch break, ain't you? Listen, man, listen, bro. How God is on your side and you out here using divination? How is God on your side and you using witchcraft? How is God on your side and you using hoodoo? With an H, hoodoo. Low country voodoo. How is God on your side and you using voodoo? How is God on your side and you using brujeria? Huh? You using brujeria, right? Okay, so how God on your side, sucker? You a brujo, right? You a bruja. How you a brujo and a bruja and God is on your side? Oh, you thought I wasn't educated. Talking to Papa Leba. Talking to Papa Leba, ain't you? Papa Leba. Christians don't even know who that is, do they? Papa Leba. You talking to Papa Leba, ain't you? How God is with you and you talking to Papa Leba? Huh? You talking to Blanc Donnie. Yo, how is God on your side and you talking to Blanc Donnie, buddy? You talking to Blanc Donnie, ain't you? 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 You talking to Blanc Donnie? You talking to Grand Zombie, ain't you? You talking to Grand Zombie, ain't you? Grand Zombie, Blanc Donnie, Papa Lebar? Papa Lebar? You talking to Papa Lebar, ain't you? You talking to Papa Bella, ain't you? Papa Bella, you talking to Papa Bella? Oh man, listen, man, listen. Let me tell you something. I know all about black people using hoodoo and voodoo. I know all about these Hispanic and Latinos using brujeria. I know all about these Jamaicans using obia. These island people using obia. Yeah, I know all about you. See, unlike you, I've done my homework on my enemies. The main three you using is hoodoo, voodoo, and brujeria. Am I right or wrong? Okay, so then I'm fasting against all three. I'm fasting against all three of them. I'm a big fish in a little pond. That's why I gotta go. That's why I gotta go, man. That's why I gotta go. Ain't no nigga realer than me in here, man. I'm the realest nigga in here. I'm the realest nigga in Brooklyn. Ain't no nigga realer than me. You got child marriage laws in America. I'm the realest nigga based off that. Boom. I beat all that Brooklyn was doing. Oh, I ain't realer than you and I beat you. Oh, you still realer than me, but you beat me. But I beat you. Make that make sense, nigga. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. You can't take L's like that. When you came out and I won, and your country and Brooklyn shooting kids and killing a 7-month-old baby, and you think you on my level? No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. See, yeah, we gonna rub that in your nose. We gonna rub your nose in it like a puppy. We gonna rub your nose in it. That's right. We gonna rub your nose in that. I ain't gonna stop talking about it until I leave. And when I leave, I'm probably still gonna be talking about it. Killed a 7-month-old baby. Okay, where else that happening at? Where else is it happening at? It happened right here in Brooklyn. Where? Show me someplace else where it happened. A baby still in diapers is dead. Show me where that happened at, man. Huh? Show me. Show me, buddy. I win. And see, that's why I'm walking away. Before that even happened, I already told you I'm walking away, didn't I? Yeah, that's right. Because Billy Carr, listen. God knows when to move me on, buddy. When it's a lost cause. I don't need to compete, and that's all you're trying to do. Listen, how could you compete with me after killing a baby that young? It's over with. The foolishness is over. Ain't no need to, no. We don't care about no personalities, no people out there, no certain type of people out there. Once we seen that, that's it. And then a little boy gets shot in the leg, a little 9-year-old boy. Come on, man, stop playing, bro. Stop playing. That's enough right there. Recently, right? Okay, nah. You don't get to make those mistakes. And we overlook it like we've been overlooking it. When you set an arena around me and you, like you going toe-to-toe with me, listen, we gonna call that right there a loss. That's an L. You can't get past that. Because if you came out as a collective community, I'm gonna pick out what you do collectively. See, that's the problem. If you come out as a whole community, you make any mistakes in that part. Think about it now. If you had a team, if any of the team make a mistake, it's over, ain't it? See, that's why you don't have a whole bunch of niggas on your team. Because if anybody make a mistake, you see what I'm saying? The bigger it gets, the more harder it is to stay liability free, buddy. Okay, so if you have a whole bunch of people against me, don't you know none of them same people can make mistakes that lose credibility? If you came out as a Brooklyn community, don't you know that's gonna add other people to it that ain't got nothing to do with it? Oh, you don't look at it that way, do you? You don't look at it. I do look at it that way. I do. I look at you as a Brooklyn community contradicting yourself in your community where a child died in this community, meaning you can't even come out here right now. A real nigga ain't coming out here. A real nigga sitting back in mourning because of it. Probably getting drunk and crying about it. I will understand. Getting drunk and shed some tears about this stuff. But you need this. But listen, while you in mourning, you need to tell somebody else. Maybe you can't do it right now. You need to tell somebody else, sit these lame niggas down, bro. They do. They need to sit down because they don't act like us. Right now, they can't say nothing. Don't you see? They shouldn't be saying nothing. You know what you should be focusing on? The fact that y'all done killed a 7-month-old baby in this community. That's what you should be focused on right now. I can show you lame niggas that's focused on me right now. Now, what kind of nigga is that? But he the same person trying to talk about children or protecting children or whatever. Or trying to find a contradiction in me about children or whatever. But you can't see the contradiction in yourself, in your own community, because you've been like that. You know what you've been like? Charging it to the game when it comes to black people and what they do. Oh, when they do something, you charge it to the game, don't you? Oh, y'all gonna charge it to the game, huh? Oh, yeah. Listen, when a little 7-month-old baby gets smoked, y'all gonna charge that to the game, huh? You gonna charge it to the game, ain't you? But let a policeman did it. It would have been a protest everywhere. It would have been protest. It would have been protesting everywhere. If a policeman killed a 7-month-old child, y'all would have been protesting nationwide. A black person does it or a non-white person does it, and there's no protest. See, how I see it is that if you're really about that life, right, of protecting children, if you're really about that life, right, then you should protest anytime a child is killed. But these big butt white girls is only gonna come out when the police kill somebody. Oh yeah. The white girl smoking Newport 100s. She gonna come out there smoking Newport 100s talking about what the police did. She gonna come out there smoking Newport 100s talking about what the police did. But let a nigga kill a 7-month-old baby. Oh, big booty white girl ain't gonna say nothing, huh? Man, you know what I mean though, man. You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. Stop acting so smart, you stupid. You know exactly what I'm talking about. A police do something to these people, oh, you ain't gonna hear the last of it. Now, when a black person do that, you don't protest. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, if you're not smart, I'm gonna show you what you're supposed to do. When a black, ignorant nigga kill a child or another black person that's innocent, how you supposed to protest is you supposed to go to the jail where they locked up at and protest outside the jail. Okay? You protest outside the jail for this reason, to make sure they get the maximum sentence. Did you just listen to that? Did you just hear me? So when it's niggas that do this, which it's always mostly niggas. When the last time a police killed a child? When the last time the police in America killed a child? So it's usually niggas that kill children. Okay, so what you supposed to do is go downtown to where they're going to be incarcerated or jailed at the time before they get sentenced. You stand out there and you protest as to ask for the maximum sentence. They're going to get something. They're going to get something. But there's many cases, whether it's the manipulation of the attorneys or the stupidness of the prosecution, they don't get the maximum sentence in all cases. So if you don't know what the protest about in your own community with these niggas, is you go downtown every time and you ask for the maximum sentence. See, I just helped you. Because you're going to say, well, how do we protest? Well, how do we protest? Well, how do... You protest by going down to the jail and standing out there, and you want them to get the maximum sentence. And because you cannot trust the legal system to do this. You can't trust the legal system to give them exactly how much time they're supposed to get. You put as much pressure as you possibly can that these niggas get the maximum sentence. That's why you should be protesting right now. But you're not doing it, right? That's what I'm talking about, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. But you can see me. You think you can see me. You can't even tell me what I just told you. You didn't even know it before I told you. If I told you how to protest, you wouldn't even know how to do it. If I told you how to protest niggas, you wouldn't even know what to do. Well, how do we protest niggas? How to do it? How you do it? How you do it? How you protest niggas? Huh? How you do it? You don't even know. I mean, that's why I'm trying to show you. You disgust me. You're not on my level. You can't be serious, buddy. You can't be serious. You can't be. You go out there and you go downtown to the jail and you stand your butt out there. You stand out there and you protest for them to get the maximum sentence. Yeah, that's what you do. You don't trust that in the courtroom with the attorney defending them. Look at that part. Trying to make sense of it, but can't. But trying to. Where they might sympathize a little bit, or they might say it's mental sickness, or this person might be diagnosed with something. That part. And they slighting the sentence because of him being diagnosed with something. So if you don't know why, this is why you have to go protest. Even when it's someone that's black or non-white, you take your tail down there so they get the maximum sentence. Okay? Now admit it. No one among you, even your best prominent leaders, didn't tell you to do that, did they? Your most prominent leaders did not. No. This matters. I guarantee you, half of these people killing niggas and black and children, half of them do not get the maximum sentence. I guarantee you. How you know they got the maximum sentence? Oh, because they did a bad crime. Are you that simple? Are you that simple to think because merely they just did a bad crime that they're going to get the maximum sentence? They're going to get life in prison. They're going to get the worst thing. No, they're not. Not necessarily. If they got good lawyers and the prosecution is stupid and the justice is even stupid, in some cases they might have a little compassion. You put pressure on the whole situation and ask for the maximum sentence, sucker. And so you ain't even doing that right now. So how in the world you think you can see me? I just showed you everything you're supposed to do. You ain't even doing it. Now, like I said, if it was a white man that did it to you, if it was a policeman, you'd be out there protesting nationwide. You would be out there nationwide protesting. Yes, you would. I wouldn't have to tell you nothing. I wouldn't have to tell you how to do it. You would be, listen, if a police killed a little 7-month-old baby, y'all would be protesting nationwide right now. Why? The same effect happened. A 7-month-old child died, still died. Why you ain't out there protesting? Because it's a black person that did it. So then eventually you realize that you don't get taken seriously by people like me. Well, if you're only coming out there for white people and police, but you don't come out there for your own when other situations happen, besides police and white people, how long you think it's gonna be before you're not taken seriously? Not very long. Not very long. You're not taken seriously anymore. Some would say that black people don't have no credibility. How? Off of what? These days. I'm talking about now. How you got credibility? Credibility off of what? Credibility off of what? What you got credibility off of? I'm not talking about in the past. I'm talking about now, all the present generations. What is your credibility based off of? What is based off of? What is based off of? That's what I'm talking about, buddy. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? And see, so what we learn is that everybody can't keep it real. Now you talking about being real, but see what I'm talking about? See, there's different definitions. That's why we don't worry about it. When we see all these people contradicting themselves, but they talking about they real, all these people out here, but right here, when you don't protest your own people, you don't do nothing. You don't. Now I know for sure if it was a police that did that, you will be out here. I guess we got different definitions of being real now, don't we? Yeah, we do. Because you're not real when it comes to killing your own people. Oh, you ain't real about that. Oh, you ain't real. See, some dudes go all the way to that level. But you know what happened? You get desensitized. I mean, you get dumbed down by the culture. They try to tell you to come down from that. Oh yeah. Listen, your counterpart's gonna tell you, nah, yeah, we do the wrong thing, but we gotta be there for each other. Something like that, right? We gotta be there for each other. Which means you don't bring really light to this. We can kind of work through it, but you never seem to work through it. You never seem to work through it. You never seem to work through killing yourselves and killing children. So people like me get bad names, sellouts and everything. But ain't you a sellout for killing children? Ain't you a sellout for killing your own kids? That ain't a sellout. Then so I would say that's worse than a sellout. You know what's worse than a sellout? Somebody that kills black children. You worse than a sellout, buddy. Well, what would you rather be, a sellout or somebody that kills children, black children? Somebody that kills black people and children. Which one you rather be? See, the truth is, you haven't come to terms with the changes in our community, have you? You just ignored it, and you didn't realize we were being redefined as black people. Oh yeah, we are redefined. We're redefined to who we are right now. You're redefined by killing 7-month-old babies. You're redefined by shooting a little 9-year-old boy in the leg, which he could obviously, if it's in the vicinity of his leg, he could have been killed. He could have been killed. Bottom line, buddy. Bottom line, he could have been killed. And so, how long you gonna sweep it under the rug? As long as you are not a righteous African is gonna stand with principles, not with color. A righteous African is gonna stand with God and His principles. This is why we don't get the righteous Africans and the wicked Africans will never get along. Because I'm gonna base everything off of principles and rules and regulations, and that's it. That's all. But you ain't gonna do that. You're gonna be like, well, that. Already faking it. Not keeping it 100. That we gotta apply the same principles that we apply to black people, to white people, to black people. What you apply to white people, you gotta apply it to black people, and you don't do that. That's not real. That's not being real. And see, you still got the problem. Now I can see if you ain't had a problem if you ain't do this. If you just didn't care and nothing was happening, then it wouldn't matter, would it? Because nothing was happening. So it's no standard to apply because there's nothing going on. But there is something going on, isn't it? And you're not applying the same principles that you apply to white folks in these police. No, you're not. You're not applying the same principles. And so somebody real is going to eventually elevate to where, I can't, nah. That's fake. Coming out, it's almost like a tradition. If a policeman do something to black people, everybody coming out. It actually is like a holiday tradition. It happens in a traditional manner. Attorney Crump comes out. Right or wrong. Attorney Crump comes out. Al Sharpton comes out. And they say what they say. Black Lives Matter even might still come out. And whoever else, some other leaders, right? And you would think that 1,000 people had died from this one person. You would think that 1,000 people died, but this one person died. It happens all the time in the hood. People die all the time in the hood, but you don't got the same energy. You don't got the same energy that you got with the police. You don't got the same energy that you got with these white folks. When black people kill black people, you don't got the same energy that when white people kill black people. You don't got the same energy. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't think people are intelligent enough to see that? That you don't have the same energy you have with white people that you have with black people when they kill black people. You don't got the same energy. Now let a white boy kill somebody. Let a policeman, you all out there. What's the difference? Is my point of view. What's the difference? What's the difference? It's no difference. It's the same outcome. It's a dead black person. It's a dead black woman or child or man. And so I guess it's different types of real, huh? I guess it's different types of real, isn't it? And now imagine you trying to label me fake and real when you're not real about that. Now imagine me taking your definition of real when you like that. You see what I mean? That's why I keep my distance from you. That's what I'm supposed to do. Somebody like me is supposed to keep my distance from you. Because first of all, it's going to be a liability if I attach myself to you. If I'm attached to you, I got to take all my your liabilities. Everything, how you contradicting yourself, like I just said, if I was a prophet that came into the middle of that, I would have to take, and I joined myself with you, I would have to take those liabilities. I would have to take those punches. I would have to take it. Anytime you join yourself to a people, and especially if you're not saying nothing, you gotta take it. You gotta take their liabilities. You can't associate yourself with people, because when you associate yourself with people, you have to take their liabilities. So now it's not being a sellout. I'm not taking no liabilities. You ain't gotta take mine. You ain't gotta even know me and be around me. You ain't gotta be around me. Listen, you chose to put yourself in my vicinity for whatever reason. This is how far this war went against the righteous Africans and the wicked Africans. This is how far it went. White people can't articulate it as intelligently as I do, because you don't know enough. You're not cultured enough to know. So how they gonna tell you what it is? All they gonna do is go with the wicked Africans and say, okay, well, that's what they saying this. You going with them, right? But you're not able to come into the middle and see the righteous Africans and the wicked Africans and say, you know what? First of all, they played with this dude that was minding his business. First of all, well, there go the first liability right there. Boom. That's 7 out. That's the first liability right there. You played with a righteous African. For being a nigga, that's what we going. That's the foundation. Well, when was I messing with you? When? See what I'm saying? But see how you insinuate that I'm doing something to you. You see how you insinuate that very well. When me and you know the truth, which is you played in my face and you initiated all this stuff against me. You initiated all of this against me, didn't you? Okay, so then that's the foundation for this problem. The foundation for this problem is you played with me. Now I'm not going to work, I'm going to war. So I ain't worried about people thinking I'm crazy or a lazy bum. I have no intentions of going to work until this is finished. I'm not going to work until this is finished, until these niggas get what they deserve. Then I pick up a broom. Then I pick up a mop. You can think what you want, but I'm not going to any job site where they come up there and these same kind of ignorant niggas come up there to my job and play games. No, you can say, well, I do anything for the money, not me. I'm a Christian. I'm going to find a way around it, and I have. And once you really realize really where it's at today, I'm winning today. Your country's in trouble today. Tomorrow, they're going to figure out what's going on with that war in Iran, right? This war in Iran, it's going to be all figured out tomorrow. Trump put a deadline on Iran. This is about to escalate. And guess what? It's going to affect you. It's going to affect America. This is how we're going to get all these people. This is the summary. This is how we're going to get all these people, including my brother. They all going to suffer with all the escalation of this war. So really, you don't really have to do anything. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why you don't have to do anything. Because the escalation of this situation is going to swallow up my brother. It's going to swallow up these black people. It's going to swallow up everybody involved. Everybody. Oh yeah. Ain't nothing, listen, ain't none of this gonna stop until justice is properly served on black people and my brother. Because I feel like you tried to make it out to be a cartoon and you got off on the ongoing story of this situation. But what's gonna happen, I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. What God is gonna do is curse the whole story, where you don't get no entertainment value out of it when God is done with it. when God is done with it, I guarantee you won't be putting it up like it's a story. You won't be putting it up like it's a story, buddy. I promise that. You won't be trying to write no book about it. Because God is going to humiliate the whole sum total of this situation so bad. You ain't even going to want to look at it. You ain't even going to want to revisit what has happened. This is what's coming. This is definitely what's coming. See, you thought I was going to die like a blind martyr. Like people in my family that love people that do people wrong. I cut people off, buddy. I don't care who it is. And if I cut my mom off, you don't think I'll cut you off? It's not being a snake. It comes to the point where you a king. A king is going to cut off a dumb nigga. A king is going to cut off dumb niggas. Plural. That's what a king going to do. And with all these ignorant niggas around here, you telling me they ain't going to be the position of a king? I'm going to be cutting off niggas left and right, right and left, nigga. Left, right and left. Left, right and left. Left, right and left. It's too. Listen, some people are not smart enough to put everything in the context of the real world we live in right now. You giving all the right answers of what black people should be doing with all these ignorant niggas around here. You know how this gonna go. You can tell how this gonna go. It don't go no differently than how it's always been going. You got two sides. You got two people who think they right. You got two different people and ignorant niggas in between, instigating problems, instigating things that's going on, and wanting to see everything go on for sipping tea purposes. Some people want to sip tea. They niggas. That's all. They don't care about who's right and wrong. They care about sipping tea like niggas. And I know that. That's what makes me black. Because I know all the different subcultures in our community. Sipping tea. Like sipping tea with 4 lemons in it. Sipping tea with 4 lemons. Yeah, that part. Where you just don't even really care if who's right or wrong. You just entertained off of it like a dumb nigga. Like somebody stupid. So when I'm calling you out, I'm not stupid, right? Okay, so listen, let's admit it. I pulled you all the way into destruction and you thought I was stupid. Well, look at the results. I don't look stupid. I don't look stupid today. I call everything for what it is. I don't trust nobody. I don't trust my mom. No, I do not trust her. The reason why I don't trust her, the reason why I do not trust her, the reason why I don't trust her is because she already knew how I felt. Right? Okay, you challenging my manhood. You challenging my position by still talking to a person. And I made it clear, ever clear, how passionate I was about this person. How I don't like this person. How this person has done so many things. Like putting hands on my mother. Now she act like she don't know that happened. Now she trying to act like she don't remember that. Okay, so where I get it from then? She talked about putting hands on somebody, him putting hands on her, all this stuff, owing her money. She had to get a restraining order to get him out of her house. That can be proven by the law. This is a trifling person. And he's not going to make it. So you can try to trigger and think it's about whatever. I don't care about that. I know that it was a rumor in the family that he said I slept with his wife. And that's enough for me. Oh, I know it's real. It's too many telltale signs, and we don't care about nothing else that you can't prove. We're going to stop all the niggas by you proving it. Being a professional and proving it. And because you couldn't, and using psychic and psychological bull crap, listen, that's not being professional. Because you still got to bring that into the tangible world. Something you wouldn't understand as a dumb nigga. A dumb nigga don't realize that you still got to bring that into the tangible world. And you can't, can you? Because you're incompetent. You're an incompetent nigga. You're incompetent niggas. You can't bring stuff in the real world like I do. You know how I did it? You married children, right? Okay, as a community. I brought that into the real world where everybody can see it for sure and know for sure. There's no doubts about it. It's right there in front of you. You couldn't do the same thing, which means I'm more competent than you at the same goal that you was trying to do. And I ain't even set out to do it. I ain't even set out to bury you and bury your credibility. As for loving children and protecting children, You married children as New Yorkers in the past. You can't overcome that. You can't overcome it. That's it. And you want to be on my side? No, you can't be on my side. Because look, man, all the stuff that you've been told, I know what it's really about. And it ain't no way in the world. It ain't no way in the world my brother or my mom can stop what God is going to do. I told her not to call me no more. And that's what I mean. Don't call me no more. Now, I'm not cold-hearted. I just do what niggas don't do. That's why I told you I'm different from most of these black people. You gonna hold on to your family with stupid stuff like that going on. She's still talking to him and all the stuff I had to go through. Where people thinking it's all like I'm a sex predator or something. But I'm still in this man's face. This man buying clothes for my child. Bottom line is, this man buying clothes for my child. This dude buying a car for me. He buying me a car. So he buying me a car. He buying clothes for my child. You gonna let him renege and talk about something else? We done got in the car ready to shoot people. Like I explained this more than one time. So then you and your brother was cool, right? Okay. Me and him got in the car to go ride on some people. Anybody that hear that information is gonna say, if you was ready to, if you was going to kill people with this person, right? If you was going to kill people with this person, you and your brother was cool. We not gonna let him go back in time and talk about something else. Even if it did happen. Because your relationship progressed to the point where you and your brother had perfect brotherhood, getting in the car to get ready to shoot people. Now imagine us going back in time and let him tell us something else. After y'all done got in the car to get ready to shoot people. Imagine me going back in time as a real nigga and you and your brother was ready to spin the block literally with guns in the car. Y'all had guns in the car. I told you, nigga, I ain't nothing to play with. We got in the car with guns, more than one, looking for somebody that disrespected my family, right? Disrespected my grandmother. That's why I got in the car. That part. So you know it's not a game. This person disrespected my grandmother, right? I got in the car with guns going spinning the block looking for this person, right? Once you and your brother is on that type of energy, who is going to let you go back beyond that and go back in time? Nobody, no real niggas is going to let you do it. From that point, that defined y'all relationship right there. From that point, you got to show us something after you and your brother got in the car and spin the block on looking for some dudes. Because y'all had perfect brotherhood. Y'all was together. That's what we going to look at. Together like brothers supposed to be. No matter if you act like you got little brother problems. We ain't talking about that. We looking at the fact that you and your brother spin the block looking for niggas. So imagine me letting you go back in time and say something after that. Like past before that happened. You see what I'm saying? That's a fake nigga. Them corny people. It's realizing how a relationship evolved to the point where anything you talk about don't matter. Nope, it doesn't. At that point, it contradicts human perception, proper human perception. It contradicts it. If me and you in the car get ready to shoot somebody, you think society is gonna let you talk about something that happened 20 years ago after that? We're going to give you the luxury of getting in the car with your brother and your brother ready to ride with you and shoot some people. But then when you get mad at him, even if it's right or wrong, we going to let you talk about something that happened 30 years ago. When you get mad at him about a female. But we can see how y'all relationship really was to the point of life and death and killing people. Where y'all got in the car to shoot people. And we gonna let you go way back in time. But you and your brother got in the car to shoot people. Then he bought clothes for your son. Like a baby shower, as in a baby shower when my son was born. You acknowledge the birth of my child. That's important to real human beings. To understand the relationship that two people got. He buy clothes for my son. But he gets the luxury of talking about something later on. Like something, you see what I'm saying? He buys you a car. Here's 3. That's strike 3 and you out. He buys me a car. Okay, my brother bought me a car. He buys me a car. Can't deny that. So we get to talk about something back in the past after you done bought me a car? That's all I'm saying, bro. You should have knew if I listen. This is what you should listen to this very closely. Just as closely as you listen to this other information. You should have knew if I was innocent, I would be able to show you all my life with that person, and you're gonna see the innocence in my life with that person. Especially me being real, sticking to certain principles, right? You're gonna be able to see my life with him, and you're gonna know what it was and what it wasn't. I'm telling you, this is what it is. This is why God is not allowing me to connect to him or anybody with him or black community. None of y'all. Because you was niggas, and it ain't hard to understand for somebody like me. You ain't have no facts. Okay, so then you was niggas. It ain't nothing else to it. You was niggas and that's it. You was niggas and that's it. That's all it is. That's it. You was niggas and that's it. That's all it was. So that's why God was on my side. Now you see why God defended me over my family. They going through hell and it ain't gonna get no better. You know what I'm saying? Because my mom was too weak of a woman to decide between right and wrong. Not even me. You gotta decide whether you go with evil or good. If you know your son did that, you gotta wash your hands and say, son, you came out, you put yourself out there on your own. I can't go with wrong. I can't go with evil and say I'm a woman of God. No, see, those type of people try to justify stuff through love. Love. This is a perfect example. When you use love and still go and do the wrong thing. You still go with the wrong people because of love. When you don't go with what's right. Some people go with love instead of what's right. Love for other people. And that's okay. I don't care. Just don't come back to me. Just don't come back my way. Because I know I don't even trust that. That probably was an attack. She called me out the blue late at night. I don't even trust that. No, I don't. But all I know is everything that was done psychologically, it didn't get through. It didn't get through. Boom. Ain't nothing she said or some psychological stuff around me didn't get through. Boom. Now, if I'm telling you that, am I not aware? Listen, buddy, I wouldn't make those mistakes. I'm too aware, buddy. I'm guarded at all times. I'm at war at all times. None of that got through. None of it worked. So when I go back to Charlotte, listen, I'm just passing through. I don't even care about Charlotte no more. And that's my attitude. Because they the ones that started this whole problem. They in debt. They owe me more than anybody. You do. You owe me more than anybody. I don't see you. This is American soil. I can go anywhere I want to go. I tell a nigga like that. I don't care about you or your city. I can go wherever I want to go because it's American soil, nigga. It's American soil, dumb nigga. I can go wherever I want to go. I can sit right here if I want to. You know why I take advantage of everything? Because it ain't niggas that control it, and we know that. They acting like they control stuff. Nigga, you only control what a white man let you control. We know that. You only control what a white man let you control. You don't control nothing. You don't even control yourself. You got to get up out the bed and do jobs you don't even want to do. You got to do stuff you don't want to do. It's not because you're a man. It's because you don't want to. Listen, because you got to do it. You don't want to do it. It's because you don't want to do it. Listen, man, let me tell you something, man. I'm the real brother. If you got bamboozled by somebody tap dancing, you got plenty of performers, actors, straight actors, CB4 kind of stuff. Chris Rock, CB4. MC Gusto. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you thought it was me until you see me in LA, until you see me go back through California, until you see me come out with still my reputation intact. Where you ain't see me put nobody in jail. Okay, you can question other stuff. Listen, like I've explained in the past, I use police for whatever I got to use them for. If I got to shoot you in the head with the police, I'll do that. Because I'm grown enough to do it. I'm man enough to understand the difference between snitching and using the police for domestic situations, civilian situations. By the time they was gang stalking me in LA, I didn't even know what that was. So put yourself in my shoes where you thinking only street stuff and you ain't know these was clowns. And you in LA and you don't really know how to make this out. Okay, you're going to use the arms of the police. We understand that because that's a whole different move from the streets. You're going to see all these crowds and gang stalking niggas and Freemasons in LA, and you're going to use the arms of police in this situation. See, I explained that. You're going to use them as security. That's not, you know what contradicting yourself is? Using them to snitch and put people in jail. That's what, see, there's some street nerds that don't know the difference. A rat bona fide is somebody who put drug dealers in prison and criminals in prison. Okay, what crime did I tell on? What crime did I tell that people did and I put them in, and they actually went to jail? They actually went to prison. Show me where anything I did, my ultimate efforts put somebody in prison, in jail. Not what it could have did. We ain't street nerds, right? I'm not a street nerd. I'm just a real nigga. What did it put? Did somebody go in jail? Okay, so I'm gonna leave room for humanity, for you being human, but you ain't put nobody in jail, right? That's what we talking about. Cause we know niggas that do. We know niggas that did put niggas in jail. You can't be a real nigga and you put somebody in jail for 12, 13 years. That's what I'm talking about. Nah, nope. You can't say I did that. In all my efforts, I ain't do that. You put somebody in jail for 12 years, bruh. Listen, that's what we talk about. No. You should have washed your hands, and I told my mom that. If you know he stole crack from your brother. See, my mom didn't know how much I did. You know what I'm saying? So she might think that nigga liver than me. Man, everybody know better than that. That nigga was a punk, man. I had crack cocaine. My cousin stole crack from me. Crack cocaine he stole from me, right? Okay. So he stole crack cocaine from me. My brother knew this. Okay, so then you know this person steals from everybody. I don't think he should have went to jail. No, I don't. I think you was stupid for bringing him into your life and not thinking about that. When I done told you when he first got out of jail, he stole something from me. I can see if it was later on. I told you before you even got involved with this nigga, he stole crack cocaine from me, right? You already, that's an omen in itself. That's an omen in itself. That's an omen in itself. You should have looked at it like that. Okay, by the time he stole something from you, you should have been triggered to think about all the other people he stole from. And you should have just washed your hands and let it go. You messed up your whole credibility and try to justify it, and you can't. Because you put yourself in that situation. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to put your cousin in prison. He wasn't that bad of a person. No, he wasn't. You was making music with him. How he that bad of a person? Okay, you making music with him though. Okay, so it's not like it's this random nigga that's just around. You was making music with him and everything. Yeah, well, they ain't even want me to make music with him. He wanted him for himself. Like, he wanted him for himself. Him and my brother was making music together and everything. So then, you didn't really see him as a bad person. He wasn't. I can't see him as a bad person if y'all was just hanging and everything. I'm gonna tell you what happened. Me knowing my brother and knowing my cousin. My brother got to a point where he got offended by something my cousin said or done, and he tried to flex on him, and you can't flex on no nigga that been in prison for 12 years. He was in prison for 12 years before that. You can't flex on no nigga that been in prison like that and held his own, and you a little street nigga and you barely got any, you ain't got no felonies or nothing at that time. Not at that time, you ain't got no felonies. You can't flex on no nigga that been in prison like that, and so when you did, he gave you the full distance. He gave, and see, he tried to save face that way. See, a lame nigga gonna save face like a female. Oh, I'm gonna call the police. In the context, I'm gonna put you in jail. That's what a female would do. I expect that of a female. You know you making music with your brother, your cousin. You making music with this nigga. You and all of this stuff. I guarantee you he fell out with him. I know how they both think. He fell out with him about something. And my cousin gave him that full distance. You know what I mean? He gave him that full distance. He gave him that full distance, and my brother didn't have no turn up like that. Cause he ain't been in prison or nothing like that. You know, so then he gave him that full distance, and they probably went back and forth. And my brother is the type of person to try to size another nigga up. He tried to size him up, and it wasn't no way you could beat that kind of credibility. This nigga been in prison for 12 years. You ain't finna flex on this nigga. You ain't finna do it. You ain't finna do it, and I guarantee you that's what it was. They bump heads. One of them really had more street credibility. My cousin had more street credibility. My brother's the type of person to size somebody up right in front of him. He'll size somebody up and say all kind of stuff, what he done and he ain't done and all this kind of stuff. That's how the kind of person he is. And my cousin probably shut him down and let him know, like, I've been locked up, I done robbed niggas and all this kind of stuff. And in a funny way, my brother probably tried to shut it down, tried to act like that wasn't nothing. And that's how they fell out. I guarantee you. They basically fell out because my brother didn't realize. My brother tried to get up on that level where two homies hit heads, right? And he couldn't do it all the way. You can't hit heads. You know, this person been in prison for 12 years. He got the language. He got the experience, everything. And when you went back and forth with him, probably intellectually you lost. He probably broke you down right there, but you didn't want to admit it. I guarantee that happened. I guarantee. Okay, imagine two dudes being around each other and one was in prison for over 12 years. This was the problem. He just came home, bro. No, hold up. Let that digest that. He just came home. You a nigga that kind of got a female, you know, you trying to do music. This is my brother. But you ain't really doing no felonies at that time. You ain't really done no selling drugs. You got these random stories, but it ain't enough for somebody to think you are really a criminal. Not me. And so you ain't done no real crimes. And this person is a criminal. He done just came home. You go in the middle of doing the music, thinking you're some hot shot, put it all together. These rappers thinking they you know, my brother a rapper thinking he a hot shot, they gonna hit heads. They gonna hit heads, and when they do, you gonna know the difference between you and him. Cause this dude done been locked up. He done been around all type of real niggas. You're a married man. He was a married man at the time. So he was kind of like a married man in that kind of mode, like that. With you loving your wife and all that kind of stuff. You ain't no street nigga at all. You got all the language, but you ain't no street. You ain't got no experience. You ain't got no crimes. I've done crimes with that same cousin that I'm talking about. Me and him done felonies. We done felonies together. Me and my brother never really did no crimes together. You know what I'm saying? I got stories that he does, you know, with that same cousin. He knows I'm a criminal. He knows I'll do a crime. My brother, I don't know if they did crimes together or not. They may have. I don't know. But I know by the time he came out of prison, they had done no crimes together. Up until that point, until he got out of prison. Before he went to prison, me and him had did crimes together. You know, so we had that history, me and my cousin. That's why I'm more offended. Because this was a person I did crimes with. You know what I'm saying? That's why I balanced it out. When he stole something from me, me and him did crimes together. He was just one of those type of people, man. He was just one of those type of people. But it ain't like I just let it go. I did what a real nigga's supposed to do. I told him to straighten his face about stealing crack from me, right? So I ain't just let it go. So then what else you do? That's how you handle family stuff like that. I came to him, yo, he stole some crack from me. He need to straighten his face before we move forward. That's what you're supposed to do. So that, see, I can show you the rules and regulations. But then when it came to him, my brother ain't got him. So they gotta stick together. Him and my mom gotta stick together. She said if he gotta die, she wanna die with him. I should have knew right then you was on his side. If you know he guilty of something, you ain't gonna steal. You listen to this. She said if he gotta die, she wanna die with him. Which means if he's guilty, she just wanna go ahead and die with him. So how you gonna trust a person like that? They ain't gonna side with the right thing. That's telling you that right there. If he gotta die, which means he's guilty. This is what she told me in 2019. If he's guilty, she told me if he got to die, she said this about my brother, because me and her had these conversations. She said if he got to die, she wants to die with him. What that tells you? She gonna be loyal to him even if he right or wrong. That's why you can't pay her no attention. That's her mentality. So once I realized he living there with them, He living at my mom's house? Nah. Don't even call me. Don't call me. I told her. And I ain't gonna listen. I ain't gonna die and go to hell because of that. God already know what's real and what's. See, I'm man enough to move on. Something that he didn't learn. I'm man enough to move on. He still talking, trying to ask about me. Now, what that tell you about him? My brother's still asking about me. How's he doing? What you mean, how am I doing? I'm dealing with all these politics. Now, what you form your opinion off that? He asked about me and asked how I'm doing. And my mom talking about he might have changed. Can he change? No, because I'm still going through this stuff. That's real. No, it ain't. No, it ain't no room for change. No, you can't change this time. You gotta pay. And I'm not gonna have any relationship with you. I'm not gonna be with you. I'm not gonna be with anybody with you. My mom's, she's with him. Guess what? Don't call me no more. See, I'm a grown man. I'm not the little young nigga I used to be, where I gotta, like a little boy, like a little baby boy, I gotta depend on my mama. He gotta depend on his mama. He can't come out here in the real world like us. That's the difference. That's why I expect real niggas to decide with me. Look, he proved to go back to his mama. Now, if you was a real man, you'll be somewhere else on your own like I am. You ain't gonna lose it all and then make excuses. I'm fighting war. Everybody respect my war, so it ain't like I'm making excuses. Follow me? Okay then, so, but you in your life, oh, why you back home with your mama? Huh? You a scrub. Living home with your mama. Oh yes, I'm talking to you. You living home with your mama. You a scrub. Scrub? I survive. I'd rather be homeless in the shelter than be a scrub in my mama's house. I guarantee. Who a female gonna respect more? A real one. A real female gonna respect you out on your own more than being at your mom's. That's just nah. I'd rather be a person. Oh, I'm at the shelter, but you know I'm trying to get up on my feet or whatever. Than the guy that living with his mama. You know what I'm saying? And then here's the part. You don't live with her multiple times. You 40 years old living with your mama. I have not lived with my mom since I've been in my 40s. This nigga is in his 40s living with his mother. One of them type of niggas. Yeah, this is a brutal world. Listen, it's a brutal, and niggas that stood with him and you like a good story, you gonna get, I'm telling you, you ain't gonna like the end of this story. This about to get ugly, nigga. It's about to get ugly. What you think is gonna be uphill in this world, in this country, in this America, and you think you're gonna come for me, you better be willing to kill me. If you ain't, listen, nigga, we gonna keep going and we gonna keep going and we gonna keep doing this. If you ain't willing to kill for it, man, you wasting your time. You wasting your sweet time, buddy. You wasting your sweet time, and I do mean sweet for all these gay niggas. You wasting your sweet time, nigga. You wasting your sweet time playing around me, and you ain't willing to die for it. Tell these sweet niggas they wasting their sweet time. Hey, you a sweet nigga wasting your sweet time, nigga. You a sweet nigga wasting your sweet time. I ain't on no gay brand. Man, listen, I don't care nothing about a great gay brand. I go by real niggas and fake niggas. That's what I go by. Whether you gay or not. I done seen real niggas that's gay, but you not. You not real. So it's not gay. It's because you're not real. And then after that, now I can address another issue where I don't even listen. I don't even put myself in the same arena with gay niggas. Just like females. No, I do not. Nope, because it's not fair to me. Because you got the luxury of hiding behind the community and everything, everybody go, you know what I'm saying? That's how just like a female. You get to hide behind people and you know what I mean? Come on, nah. That's what they gonna do. I know that. See, I became the nigga you love to hate, like NWA, them type of niggas. I became the nigga you love to hate. You think it's you, but it's me. I became the nigga you love to hate. You try to make your side look cool and it still look whack. I look like a nigga they love to hate. And I won, which makes me look even better. That's all it is. See, I know how to size my own situation up. I'm a nigga you love to hate, and guess what? I don't have a problem with that, because I was already like a villain anyway. A villain ain't losing no sleep about hate. I don't care about that. That's how we know you ain't a villain. If you was, then why you worried about the hate so bad? Why you worried about somebody, how I feel about you? You know this, I don't care how you feel about me. I ain't never wasted no time about that. I never wasted any time about how America feels about me. You notice that? That's a whole different lane of subject. I don't care how they feel, so what? I really don't. I really don't. See, if you was a bad kid growing up, you get groomed to accept people seeing you as a bad person or a bad child. You get used to disappointing your family, disappointing the community, disappointing your teachers and everything like that when you're in school. And you come to terms with being a bad person. It doesn't bother you. And by the time you grow up and then you start doing some felonies and you get locked up, you start selling drugs, I mean, you're not going to care if people think you're a bad person. So for people that think that psychological stuff works on me, I will lose no sleep being a bad person. Nope. And you should have knew that. A street nigga is not, anybody that's been doing any crimes on the street is not going to lose no sleep being considered a bad person to America. I don't care about that. I don't care about it at all. Just like a criminal would not care. I don't care about that. And a street nigga gonna tell you the same thing. I don't care about you thinking I'm a bad person. So what? It's the same situation. I don't care. I can live with every, I can live with, they gonna tell you, a street nigga gonna tell you the same thing. I can live with whatever I done. And that's the, and maybe you can't. Maybe you're a weak nigga and you can't live with nothing. I can. I can live with what I done in my life. So if you thinking that was gonna work on me, that's how we know it's white boy stuff. A white boy is, you know, he gonna think, oh, well, we play around in psychology. He gonna feel like dying and giving up. No, I won't. Man, listen, man, let me explain something to you old dopey little, goofy little white boys. You little goofy little white boys. Let me tell you something, goofy little white boy. You listen, your country is doing so much stuff. Your country is marrying children. Do you think I'm gonna feel bad? You think I'm gonna feel bad about anything I've done? You think I'm gonna lose sleep about it? Well, buddy, listen. Listen, you're putting your cracker mentality on me. You putting that weak white boy mentality on me. That weak, punk, soft white boy, went behind the ear stuff. You putting it on me, ain't you? Listen, man, let me tell you something, man. I grew up as a bad kid. You understand? By the time I was in elementary, my mom had to come to school for me carrying brass knuckles to school. Brass knuckles. That's the first time I got, that was in elementary, which was before the 5th grade. That's not petty if you a kid. It's petty if you a man. If you a kid, it's not petty. It's serious. For you to have a weapon in elementary, I'm one of them kids. A lot of kids didn't get no weapons until they went to middle school, or what y'all call junior high. I'm one of them kids that had weapons in elementary. I'm one of them little niggas. One of the little niggas that knew what weapons was in elementary. See, you sized me up wrong, little buddy. That's why I told you, man, some people are inclined to do evil and some people are not. You can still be a righteous person and change your life, but some people are inclined to do evil and some people are not. I do believe that. Some people got juice and some people don't. Some people some people are real niggas and some niggas are suckers and they will never do really nothing. Then if they do it, they do it for reputation, which means, you know, they ain't gonna go the full distance. You're gonna see them fold too in so many ways, and then that's the end of their story. They gonna fold somewhere in their story. That's what's gonna happen. When it's L's they take, the L's is folding too. You taking L's, you fold it. Yeah, so you still gotta live with it. You still gotta live with all of that stuff. You know, so I had a weapon situation when I was in elementary. I went to high school and got thrown out of high school because of a weapon again. That's why I didn't graduate. Okay? I got kicked out of high school because I pulled the weapon on somebody. And it was so dangerous that they kicked me out. They expelled me. I couldn't come back. For the whole school year, I couldn't come back at all. And I don't think I could have, I don't know if I could have went back the next year or whatever. I don't think so. I don't know. But for that year, definitely I couldn't go back. That's what happened to me. I'm just letting you know my life naturally, just, what happened. I got kicked out of high school. I did not go back. I started out in elementary pulling weapons, having the weapon on me. By high school, I had a weapon. That's why it's second nature of me to have them. It's just a matter of time before I get a whole bunch of guns and all of that. I grew up shooting guns and everything. See, they ain't gonna tell you that. I grew up shooting guns. My brother didn't grow up shooting no guns. That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So if you think it's just blades for me, I grew up shooting guns. See, that's the balance. That's the balance, sucker. While everybody got it at an older age, I was shooting guns at a young age. That's the balance. About 15, I think 14, 15. I think I was 14. About 14, 15. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And if you don't understand what that means is you get used to handling guns. That's if you start handling, anybody would tell you, any street nigga would tell you, my juice to shoot a gun started from shooting guns when I was young. They're gonna tell you that. That's what it does. It opens your psychology to being able to use it against somebody else. Once you start shooting guns around, that's all it takes. Because before you catch a body, you was already a killer, right? Now I want you to think about this. Before you catch a body, wasn't you a killer before you did it? If you catch a body, you was a killer before you caught the body. Right or wrong? Well, how you do it then? If you was a killer before, you was a killer before you caught a body, right? Obviously. Well, how you do it if you wasn't? If you wasn't a killer before you caught a first body, then how did it happen then? And then this be people that already had guns, usually. Right or wrong? It's people that usually got guns already, right? So how you wasn't a killer before you killed somebody and you did it? So before you catch your first body, how you wasn't a killer and then you caught the body? Stupid, bro. So guess what a smart man realizes? It's a psychology before you do it. And you know that psychology. And no one else does until you do it. Once you do it, then everybody know the psychology. But before that, that psychology is for you. And sometimes you might hang on it for years and years and years. And you know that psychology that you have, but because you haven't caught a body, people don't think you got it. But before you catch a body, you gotta have it, obviously. I'm not even saying something super smart. It's just common sense. If you shoot somebody, if you catch your first body, before you did that, how did you do it if you wasn't a killer already? How? You ain't caught nobody before that. So how you do it? Because you already had a mentality to do it. You had a mentality to kill. And some people's formed for different reasons. Some people think, well, how you get a mentality to kill? You wasn't a big time gangster. Well, how you get a mentality to kill? For me, I got a mentality to kill because of being bullied when I was in school. That's why I don't like bullies. That's why I don't like anybody that put pressure on people. I can't stand niggas like that. That's the first time I ever thought about killing somebody. It wasn't street stuff. It wasn't getting robbed. Then I got robbed, in my life. So then that makes people want to defend themselves. You put it together. I got robbed as a kid. I got bullied in school, and I wanted to kill the person. Then I got robbed, and I was in between shooting guns at the time. Mind you, when I got robbed, I was in between shooting guns already. So the first time I got robbed, I had a gun. I was gonna go back and shoot the people. And I got talked out of it by my brother. He the one talked me out of it. That's why me and him two different animals. The second time I was gonna kill somebody was when I got robbed. I meant it, I had a gun, I was going out to do it. You see what I'm saying? So I done been in situations where my mind went to that level, and maybe you haven't. And that's all it takes is the psychology, man. That's all it is. And now everybody want to be real. They want to be that same kind of character. And the truth is, we just came up in situations where people rob people, and we was around all this kind of energy, you know, that make you want to kill somebody. And that it just happened naturally for me. So that's my story. Now, if you listen to these street nerds and all of that, they're going to tell you everything else. You know, I mean, you know, I'm going to tell my story the best. That's why if you know, you can't be nothing but a nigga listening to somebody else about somebody else. I'm going to listen to the person. I ain't going to listen to what somebody else said. I'm going to form my own opinion. Like we say in the South. In the South, we say we're going to form our own opinion. I'm going to form my own opinion. I'm going to listen to you. And I'm gonna listen, and I ain't gonna think of nothing about what them other niggas are saying, because if I do, that's corny. That's corny if I know I hear the truth. I know you a real nigga. But I'm still thinking about what these other niggas said. See what I'm saying? That's a corny nigga, man. I don't pay no attention to it. See, the truth is, you scared to accept the truth. You wanna believe that narrative so bad. You know why? Because you did so much in the wrong direction. You did so much in the wrong direction of what I am. It frightens you to accept that what you was told is not who I am. That's your greatest fear in this situation. And I'm sorry. You're going to succumb to your greatest fears. You're going to succumb to your greatest fears, buddy, because I know what I do and I don't do. I know what I think like and I don't think like. So all this little corny situation you set up where you thought I was going to be killed or you think I'm going to be killed, it's not going to happen, bro. It's not going to happen because I proved with life who I am. I proved with time who I am. And you proved with time that you niggas. And you seen the truth and you didn't care about it. You seen your country was marrying children and you did not respond to it. No, you didn't. You didn't have the same energy. If you told, if I seen these people who claim to be like protectors of children and all of this stuff, but then I tell you your country marrying children, I expect you to turn up. Oh, America marrying children? Oh, we turning our back on America. You ain't do none of that, right? That's a checkmate. That's a checkmate because we see that you really don't care about children. Well, if you did, you would have turned your back on America. You would have turned your back on America. You didn't do that, did you? So we see in a roundabout way that you don't really care about children, not at least more than America. You don't care about children more than America. When it came down to it, and God seen it, you cared more about America. Boom, that's 7 out. You cared more about America. You didn't care about the children. When I told you about them marrying children, you didn't respond as a collective community. As a whole American community, you act like it didn't even happen. That's how we know you don't care about no children. And for you to do it, that's how we know you don't care about children. For you to have the laws, we know you don't care about children. And then how you responded to the laws is how we know you don't care about children. And that's the end. See, that's how a good grown man, a real grown man break you down. I break you down right there where I snatch your soul. See, I'm a soul snatcher. Because you can walk away, but you know I got you. You know I got your value system. You know I got everything you believed in the palm of my hands. Where you act like you was a Luke Skywalker for children, like you love these children so much, but we found out you was marrying children the whole time. See, in Mortal Kombat, in the game Mortal Kombat, if you got characters that snatch souls. Some of them can do all this cool stuff, projectiles, everything, all this little. You can throw out a harpoon, all that stuff, Scorpion, and all these different. Some of them got acid, reptile, and all of that. Sub-Zero throw out the little ice projectile, and then you got the one of the villain masters that snatch souls, right? This dude snatch souls. I snatch souls, buddy. If this is Mortal Kombat, when I finish you, I snatch your soul. Boom. Because, and you know how I snatch your soul? Because I snatched the soul of your country. Talking about they love children and protect children. But when we went to war, I finished you by snatching your soul. You can't say nothing about no loving no children, shooting a 7-month-old baby. Shooting a 9-year-old boy in the leg. He could have died too. And that happened right before that will make it so bad. Within a week's time, if I'm not mistaken. At least a couple weeks at best. And then we find out you marrying children on top of that. Listen, buddy, you can't come back from that, man. I snatched your soul. I didn't have to kill you physically. I snatched who you think you are. I snatched who you think you are. Well, you can't even stand up on me. You can't. You can't stand up on me. And you think I'm retarded? You can't stand up on me. Marrying children, I don't care what I did. You marry children. I never thought about marrying no children. You think about marrying children, buddy. I know you don't want to believe it. You don't want to believe it. And see, that's how we know. A detective will say, that's how we know you don't care about children. See, if I was a policeman, you know what I would be? A detective. Because I can detect the bull crap. I can detect the bull crap from a mile away, buddy. And if you don't respond to this information of your country marrying children, but you ran all around the country. You ran all around the country against me. But when we find out you marrying children, quiet is kept. You ain't got nothing to say. So who intelligence are you think you're insulting? Not mine. You ain't insulting my intelligence. If you marry children, how you gonna talk about a pedophile, buddy? It's over. That means, you know what that means? You're in a fallen world. You know what a fallen world is in this context? A world where there's no standards upheld. It's a morally fallen world, buddy. Welcome to the fallen world of America, where no standards are upheld, and you look retarded talking about a pedophile in 2026 with the Epstein files and the child marriage files. What about the child marriage files? Yeah, let's go through these child marriage files, buddy. Well, all the cases of child marriage in America, including New York. Let's go through the child marriage files. Listen, buddy, don't you see? You played yourself. You should have knew. You telling me you didn't play yourself? You either did or you didn't. You played yourself, buddy. And everybody in my family played themselves. Well, you're marrying children in America. We don't care what you're talking about. They can't do nothing. You got any charges? You can't do nothing. You ain't got no charges? I'm sorry, that's life. You know what life is? When you can't do nothing about injustices, even if you want to. You know what's life also? I beat everybody. We're proving it. We're proving what I'm talking about. That's also life. Life is also, I beat everybody by proving it. Okay? You didn't prove it, right? Okay, I did. You didn't. I proved to be more competent. That's why if it was a contest, I won, because a contest is about not killing the other person. It's about who is more competent, and that's me. Oh, you're more competent than me? Oh, how? Prove it. Prove it how you're more competent. You're marrying children in America. You got to take the liability, you know. Well, if you're accusing me of being a pedophile, but you did not acknowledge your country marrying children, you don't think you're going to take the liability if you stand with America? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Because if you knew your country was marrying children, you wouldn't have came out playing around somebody. It don't make sense. It doesn't. Morally speaking, if I am aware that my country is doing the same thing, my moral conscience is not going to do anything against anyone. Because that's like saying, if everybody's having sex with children, my conscience is going to tell me, I ain't going to pick out this random guy. He's doing what everybody else is doing. How I'm going to run after him like he's doing something nobody else is doing in the community? And then we find out y'all marrying children. Oh, you lose, buddy. I'm sorry you thought you had me in a jam. You don't, buddy. I'm a head honcho. I'm a head honcho, buddy. You can't put me in no jam. You can't put me in trouble. I'm too intellectual. I'm too much of a head honcho. A head honcho is not a dumb nigga. How you a dumb nigga and a head honcho? I ain't never met a dumb nigga that's a head honcho. I mean, that's part of it, is being a smart nigga. Why are you gonna be a head honcho and you stupid? And you too tender-hearted, like we say in the South. I'm not tender-hearted. I can be cold. I can be cold-hearted. Because I got it, and that's not in the sense of wickedness and evil. It's where I just turn it all off, buddy. There's no emotion. That's really what cold-hearted is. No emotion. That's why serial killers get a rap for having no empathy or apathy. Empathy or apathy. That's what serial killers lack. It's empathy and apathy. I don't lack empathy or apathy. I just know when it's a lost cause to invest my heart into people. I know when it's a lost cause when it don't make no sense for me, and some people will still play around with the idea, and I don't. I just cut it off, and that's why people think you cold-hearted. Because I just use wisdom. It ain't why invest my heart into somebody and show this emotion to a person that this is how. This is probably because I traveled so much when I was a kid, when I was young. I left home when I was 18. A mother's dream. I left my mom's house when I was 18. My brother is there right now. I left home when I was 18. Right? I left and went to LA when I was 20 years old. So I learned throughout all my travels is when something don't work out between me and a human being, I don't fall apart. It just didn't work out. I don't put my heart on my sleeve. If it didn't work out, it didn't work out. That's it. That's it. And I think that's just how I became like this, developed like this. Is the only way you're gonna survive is that you realize, okay, it's not gonna work out. Stop thinking about it. Stop going through the motions. Stop going through these feelings. It's not gonna work out. Me and my brother, it's not gonna work out, bro. Because I know for sure he went into the family talking about I slept with his wife. That's facts. He didn't make that up, but people gotta demonize you and act like you did and act like they did make it up, or you can't trust what they said. That ain't working. That ain't working. That's why I don't trust my mom. I don't trust my brother. I definitely don't trust my brother. I don't trust my mom no more. Nope. Don't even call me no more. Don't even think about it. And then when he does leave, still don't call me, because because you chose your side. You chose what? So then when he gone, you supposed to be cool? No, because you failed the test of character. See, when people not really in the spirit and you act like they are, when they smoking. See, I don't play with God like that. Okay, you notice when I'm smoking and drinking, I'm not really talking about God that much. Not really. If I am, I put God in the proper context. But I just have to keep it real, man. Some people been religious a lot of their life, man. They never been spiritual. And with old people give them a pass for being highly anointed. But I never know my mom to fast. I never know my mom to really do what I do. And if you don't, how me and you the same person? You don't really fast. You ain't never went on a 7-day fast in your life. So how I do all this stuff and you just are greatly anointed more than me? See, it's certain type of people who make up folklore anointings. It's a folklore anointing. It's based off of your family, and they told you have some spirituality, and other people told you have some spirituality. But really, the anointing, that the level of it, I'm not saying all of it, but the highest level you have it is folklore. We don't know if they really believe it. We don't know if they really believe it. We have to base it off of information. Now, when you hear my information, I've said stuff that nobody has said. Like this country marrying children. I'm on the level of correcting politics over a whole country. That's the level I go as a prophet. And that's why I'm not subject to these bums that's talking outside the room. I don't care. You can think I'm whatever. It doesn't matter. You're a bum. See, that's how a Christian judges it. You have no place to judge things from right or wrong because you're not even spiritual. You're not even a spiritual person according to our standards of Christianity. So how would I let you judge me? We don't let judges. It's the same thing you trying to bring me off of, but you can't do it. We don't let unclean people judge situations. You're too unclean. You're a homosexual. You're a faggot. I would never let a faggot come sit back and judge my life. You're unclean. You're an unclean spirit. All you gonna walk away with is saying if I'm real or fake, and I don't care about that. I care about right and wrong. That's what's gonna decide what situation happens. Not me being real. What that's gonna do? It's not gonna prove that I'm right. I can be real and wrong. Real and right and real and wrong is two different things. You got real niggas that's wrong all the time out here. And they fall out with other niggas and they wind up coming to terms with who's wrong. See, because you fake, you don't know that a real nigga could be wrong too. So it's not a matter of me being real is my point. It's a matter, we ain't even thinking about that. Only a lame nigga is thinking about it. We thinking about who's right and who's wrong. That's it. That's it. And you're wrong. I could be fake as hell. I could be a fake nigga. But if I'm right, you in trouble. You shouldn't have played with my life. That's it. You dead for that. If I'm real, whether I'm real or fake, it don't matter. You deserve to die. So you're trying to determine it. See the Jedi mind trick? They trying to determine what happens based on me being real or fake. They ain't got nothing to do with it. I could be fake according to the streets, and they still gotta die. Because you played with the whole community, and this is why this stuff happened. Whether I'm real or fake or not. See, that's a real street politician, nigga. Listen, I can tell you, I could be fake, and you still gonna die. And that's that. That's that, nigga. So you think about the wrong stuff. You need to be thinking about who's right and who's wrong. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna already cut to the chase because you've been absent-minded the whole time. Listen, you way behind, and it's too late to probably even try to see this. I'm gonna just tell you what it is. You are too late. You are wrong, and you gotta die for it. And that's it. And so, can you imagine a nigga trying to come and see me? And that's the situation? It ain't gonna work, bro. It ain't gonna work. You ain't got me on no tightrope. Like I'm walking the plank. Like I just say one wrong thing or think one wrong thing. You out your mind, nigga. You put them other lame niggas on them lame levels, nigga. I'm an honorable nigga. I'm a real nigga. And ain't no way in the world you gonna beat me. Cause and I'm gonna get a gun and nigga come my way. I'm gonna shoot his head clean off. Shoot it clean off, man. I'm always working on it. It's no lie. I'm gonna go back down south where it's very easy. Where it's very easy to get the gun plugged. You have your brain mash all over the street, nigga. That's all listen. I'm not a street nigga. I'm a soldier, man. But see, this is how a soldier talk when he angry. And you gotta understand the difference. That part. Oh, well, you ain't never talked to an angry soldier, have you? Well, this is what it sounds like. This is what it sounds like. This is an angry soldier. If I was a thug, I'd be doing crimes this morning. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a criminal. I'll protect myself and do a crime if I have to. But I don't claim to be an active criminal. Like I'm not. When? I'm in the house all the time. I'm in this little room. See what I'm saying? I just break it down like that. Instead of all these labels and how people dress and how they look and how they carry themselves, are you actively doing crimes? Yes or no? If you're not thugging. You're not thugging. So I'm not saying I'm thugging, but I'm a soldier. I keep weapons. And see the difference? A soldier could not be focused on no crimes, but have weapons. Digest that. A soldier cannot have any mindset to do crimes, but they got weapons. I can show you people got more guns than you and make you look like you a Boy Scout. All these thugs, I can show you armed men to make you look like a Boy Scout and everything you doing in the sense of gunplay and make you look like a Boy Scout. But they wake up every morning with no mindset to do a crime. But when it comes down to arming themselves and protecting themselves, now you're talking a whole different lane. A lane that's not just preserved for street people. And that's what a dumb nigga don't understand. Being armed and having weapons is not preserved just for no street niggas. See, I can explain this and break it down. That's how you know what's real. You can't break nothing down you talking about. Not about me. And my brother can't, and my family. Nobody can talk about this stuff intelligently like me. Like my brother buying my son clothes and buying me clothes and buying my son clothes and buying me a car. So then anything you talking about, we don't care. That's it. That's all. Because we know you started problems about a female. And if somebody else in the family told me this, why would they randomly... See, they would know if it was a lie, This person would think, well, he can go check and see if his brother said that, and his life is so private, only he could have said it because he ain't with the family. Black families know what I'm talking about, where a certain family member ain't even around the family. So how would they form that opinion on their own if they don't even know what the condition of your family is? How would they form that opinion if they ain't close to you? Why would they be talking about that and saying, oh yeah, it's a rumor in the family you slept with his wife, when y'all could have all had a great relationship between each other, when y'all all could have agreed, well, that's foolishness. Why would that be said? I'm cool with her, she's cool with me, and my brother's cool with me. It could have been that situation. Because they didn't know, my family doesn't know the life he lived. He lived so isolated. How would they have known on their own without him saying it? How would they even say that? And I could challenge it by going to challenge who said it and find out that wasn't even said from my brother. And it wouldn't make sense to say it if you know a person can challenge it. If you know a person can challenge it, what sense does it make to say it? It's not going to work. You know why it's not going to work? Because God is about to shut it all down, buddy. Okay, we don't care nothing about them no more. I waved bye-bye to my mama, waved bye-bye to my brother, which I waved bye-bye a long time ago, 7 years ago. I've been cut her off 7 years ago. It don't break my heart at all. Whether it's Easter, it ain't gonna remind me of Resurrection Sunday. That it ain't gonna ever make me feel that way. See, people try to do those things to make you feel a certain way. On the holidays, to try to make you feel this heaviness and all of that. I'm too old to even care. I celebrate Jesus every day. Some Christians don't even celebrate the Resurrection Sunday. They don't even celebrate this. I celebrate Jesus every day. I celebrate his resurrection. I live in the work of his resurrection. Hallelujah. I live in the work of it. I don't have to be perfect to get you destroyed as a community. I don't have to be perfect. You a clown and you thought I had to. I ain't got to be perfect. And you gonna die. You gonna die for what you're doing. See, you went so far like a retarded person. Like I had to be perfect over here. I ain't got to be perfect, and you still gonna get what you deserve. Because God is going to look at it overall, why it is the way it is, and all the things he's going to judge all things. And when you are found out to be an ignorant bastard, then that's what it is. It ain't nothing else you can say, including my brother. He can't get out of this. Because listen, black people ain't going to be doing nothing anyway. So if you got this black cause against me, man, black people they killing black children. I'm crushing fake hope that y'all gonna do something as black people. You ain't doing nothing. This country is done. The mentality of the people is done. When we seen black people killing children and killing each other, it's no reason to save America at all. It's not. It's no reason to save this country. For what? Oh, more ignorant niggas out here shooting each other? So you would be saving it for black people. Okay. So in the case you was saving it for black people, you saving America for black people, what they gonna do after that? After you save the country, what they gonna do? Oh, all magically get together? It ain't gonna work, little buddy. See, you in the fantasy world, nigga. These people ain't getting together. They kill children, they kill each other, they going crazy. Just like you did. The difference is they went crazy with violence. You went crazy with being a lame nigga. You went crazy with being a lame nigga. Listen, they went crazy with violence. Just like you went crazy with being a lame nigga. It ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change, and there ain't no way it's gonna change, because it's a mentality. It's a mentality, and it ain't gonna change. So I don't care what you thought black people was gonna do. They ain't doing nothing. I'm telling you as a prophet, they ain't doing nothing. They not gonna do nothing in the future. They not gonna do nothing in 10 years or 20 years and 30 years. Now take that from a prophet. They ain't doing nothing. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. Because their mentality is gone. Their mentality is bent on killing each other. In the best generation of black people, they dying off every day. Oh, they dying. The best are dying. The ones you look to think represent you, that's dying off all the time. All you left with is these ignorant people. That's all you left with. Ain't nothing else going on. And you could listen, I'm telling you the truth. See, that's why people don't like the prophet. The real one, the prophet ain't no love person. I'm going to tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. The whole truth. See, people telling you half truth and whole lies, right? Well, some people say, well, if half of it is the truth, it's still the truth. No, but it's a whole lie because because you're twisting it to form a narrative. When you can see this person is not no sex predator or nothing. So you're twisting. If you're not smart, you letting the person twist a certain truth that could be true, but it's twisted to make you believe this narrative that this person is some type of sex predator, and you ain't seen no signs of it. So that's why it's a whole truth. It could be half the truth and the whole lie, because it's not the truth about that person. See what I'm saying? See, that's why I could go to the highest levels of street politics. You a dumb nigga. You can't do nothing but talk among chicken heads and ratchet niggas. I can go to the top with the bosses, with the big bosses. See, unlike you, I've been around somebody for the mafia, the real mafia. You ain't never been around one person for the mafia in your life. You been around the gay mafia, ain't you? You been around the gay mafia, the cancer culture gay mafia. I've been around a hitman. This dude was a hitman for the mafia. He went town to town, city to city, killing people. He was part of the Italian mafia, killing people, a hitman. I've been around that. I've been around that type of energy. That's what I'm trying to show you. Did I do crimes with him? No, I didn't do crimes with him. But that's the most dangerous person I've been around in my life. Well, one of them. I've been around just more than him. But you know, you never been in the presence of any mafia person. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't say that. It's a lot of, especially black people. All black people ain't been around no mafia. No, you ain't never been around nobody like that. That's why I'm trying to show you. The dude told me, this Italian mafia dude, he was like, you don't seem to be scared of me. You don't seem to be scared of me. Well, for him to say that, you know he real. He said, you don't seem to be scared of me. So, you know, that's the most dangerous person I've been around. All these other people, all them lame niggas out there, that's nothing, man. That's just nothing. That's all foolishness. You know, at the same time, man, you know, I done been around the real killers, and ain't none of that psychological nigga stuff gonna work on me. Those flying monkeys, that's what they call them, flying monkeys. We don't care nothing about that, because all those lies ain't nothing but psychological witchcraft. We don't care nothing about that. I keep these weapons for people that want it. If you want it, I got it. I got it right here for you. Because I just know how niggas are. You got a big mouth, and I put this blade right in your mouth. I cut your tongue out. I put this blade right in your mouth, buddy. You think, go ahead and try me. I'm part Latino, South Italian. I'm part Italian and Latino. You thought I was just a dumb nigga like you. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, I'm Latino and South Italian. You didn't know, did you? I ain't no nigga like you. And if I was, it'd be okay. But you a type of nigga that size up niggas you don't know. That's the moral of the story. All that stuff you throwing, we don't care nothing about that. You just mad because I've been around somebody for the mafia. Stuff a lame nigga would be scared of. Or jealous of. I'm just telling my story. That's all. You see me doing anything else, y'all? Y'all see me doing anything else? See what a lame nigga think about? See what I'm talking about? You a lame nigga. Anybody, listen, if they think about, you think about it, don't look like I'm doing anything else. No, them lame niggas, man. That's why we don't pay them no attention. We don't pay them no attention. They in the lame nigga world. They gonna stay in the lame nigga world. I'm gonna leave them right here in the lame nigga world. I'm gonna leave them in the lame nigga world with stuff you throwing out. We don't care nothing about. Okay? The most dangerous nigga I've been around was a nigga for the Italian mafia. The ones that you emulate, the one that you love and want to be like so much as black people. This dude, he married into the mob. His wife was Italian. So, his wife was Italian, right? And so, he married into the mob, literally. He told me his whole life story. And his wife was like, just a jerk. She was a jerk. And she said she used to mistreat him a lot. But he got gigs, he got jobs from the mafia. He married into it. His wife was Italian and he married into the mafia. So he told me he went city to city. Literally, he went city to city killing people, killing them. This wasn't crazy. This wasn't a crazy person. Nothing like that. He went city to city killing people. See, That's the most dangerous type of person I've been around. That's the most dangerous type of person I've been around. That's niggas right there. That's children to me. Anything they talk about is child's play. Cartoon. You see how I come out like cartoon? Man, I'm still sitting here like a real nigga supposed to, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. And see how I roll off for you, like a water off a duck's back. And you can call them on everything they doing, right? Right. Lame niggas, man. That's what I'm saying. Dang, you lame, nigga. Dang, get it through your head. You lame. You ain't gonna survive this. You try to sweep me under the rug, and I'm too real for that. You can't sweep no nigga like me under the rug, nigga. Lame niggas. Nigga. Hey, like Nicki Minaj say, looking niggas. Yo, looking nigga. Yo, looking ass niggas. That's what she said. I mean, excuse me, but yeah, man. So man, look, man. All y'all looking niggas. Let me help you understand something. I don't care about what you think. I think you need to listen to what I'm saying. Because right now, I don't personally care about you. And I will kill you if I have to. Okay? That's what don't worry about who I am. What you need to worry about is the threat. The threat of who I am. Worry about that. Worry about that, because it ain't coming from a street angle. It's coming from a soldier angle. Whole different ball game, little buddy. I'm gonna come out like a ferocious tiger. So while you throwing images of vaginas and weird stuff, they throw at our heads. All that's gaslighting. Then coming in talking about it. That's gaslighting. That's what we call it. We don't care nothing. That's witchcraft gaslighting. We don't care nothing about that. We ain't thinking nothing about it. We can analyze it and not have no desire, not think nothing about it under any circumstance. We ain't gonna worry about that at all. We talking about those who've been around a real hitman for the mafia. I've been around a real hitman for the mafia, buddy. That's one of the most dangerous people I've been around. So can you imagine me caring something about a witchcraft person versus a person that was a hitman for the mafia? We don't care nothing about that, buddy. We already know your position, and we don't care about it. Like I'm saying, that's the most dangerous person I was around. And this dude, me and him was hanging together one-on-one. A hitman for the Italian mafia. That's who he was. And he was out in Seattle. I think he was supposed to do a hit out there. He was supposed to do a hit, and he didn't do it. And so the mob sent him a ticket back to the East Coast, and he thought he was gonna die. This dude he did hits for the mafia. Out of nowhere, the mafia sent him a ticket back to the East Coast, and that's the story he told me, man. And that's why I say, man, that psychological stuff, we don't care nothing about it. It doesn't bother me at all, man. It doesn't bother me at all, because that's what makes me a man with a backbone. When you could try your best, and I'm gonna be sitting right here looking at you real funny, buddy, real strange, because I know you lining that up with all these other spirits in the atmosphere, and it didn't work. It don't work. It won't work. And I'm still here. That's what when a real nigga think they got you, you gonna be right here, right? And they gonna be right here tomorrow trying to play the same games. But if they had you yesterday, then why they gotta play with you tomorrow? I've been through it too many times. I already know what it is. I'm sorry that you thought that family stuff will work on me, and you thought these people, I don't care nothing about that. Okay, I'm gonna stay armed, I'm gonna stay dangerous, and ain't nothing the police can do about it, ain't nothing niggas can do about it. So that's just how it is. So even them being quiet, ain't none of that gonna trigger me. Like I said, if we got you, now we're quiet, doesn't work. I'm just too used to it. I know every game they play. And it's not my grade. That's why I gotta move on. I gotta move on from it. If I can call you on everything you're doing, how is me and you in the same grade? That's real. If I can call you on everything you're doing, I call you on everything you're doing, how is me and you on the same level? Make it make sense. You can't call me on what I'm doing, because if you did, listen, you won't be in this situation. They can't beat me. My family can't beat me. You can't. And ain't nobody gonna ever esteem that whack stuff you're doing. Look how pathetic that is. Who cares? I don't care if it's true or not. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. I'm still gonna be destroying your community. And that's that, buddy. I'm going to still be getting it in. I'm going to still slide through New York, come up out of New York, and go back to North Carolina where I was born. Not just one part of my family, my dad. I came from my dad, so I'm going to go where my dad is from. And that's how I'm going to look at it. And I'm going to I'm going to do everything I need to do. I'm going to do everything I need to do, buddy. I'm going to do everything I need to do. So, let me help you understand something. Me and niggas outside of God's kingdom is done. I don't deal with them. They're useless to me. I have just become a person that sees all of humanity, and being that I'm not even totally black anyway, I embrace that wholeheartedly. Am I racist? No, I'm not. But but if your tribe is the one that did something to me, if your tribe did something to me, then in the Bible you will be considered an exiled tribe. When you play with a prophet, I cursed your whole tribe, and you got black Christians will tell you that's not possible. They're going to think I'm being arrogant or narcissistic. It's not that. I can show you in the Bible how that's valid. All I did was curse those who tried to curse me. That's all I did. Just like now, they just tried to curse me. We don't care nothing about that, man. I've been around somebody as dangerous as a hitman for the mafia. You see what I'm saying? Now, imagine me being subject to faggots. That's all I'm saying. Imagine me being subject to a fag. It's insulting, man. When you couldn't even be around nobody that was a hitman for the mafia. No. You ain't broke me, buddy. You ain't bothered me. I've been around real niggas. I know all the games people play to break people and break down people. It don't work. It don't work. See, people are seeing the last end of love versus righteousness. It's that too. Then you got the whole love crew community that think love everybody is the way. And for us, that stand for something. We stand for righteousness, right? They gonna think we the real problem in the community. That's what the real Christians, those who compromise and just love everybody and love all, God ain't tell you to do that. Nope. Not in the context of consistent witchcraft and consistent gang stalking and consistent Freemasons against God's people. Nope. It ain't no hope. It ain't no hope. This has to go down like it's going down. It has to. The gas is already up. We good on that. I wouldn't care if you thought I was a pedophile. It ain't gonna matter. See, I'm real enough to say that. If I was, it ain't gonna change nothing. You still gonna die. I'm still gonna survive. I'm past that. I'm past what you think I'm in. You want me to be in a jam, and I'm not. I'm not, buddy. Ain't none of these lame niggas can put me in trouble. I'm a prophet of God. Ain't none of these niggas can put me in trouble. So I don't care what you think. I don't live for you. You already formed your opinion anyway, so you've already did that disgustingly with the community. You've already formed an opinion. Why would I care about it now at this point? That's what I'm saying. So I say everything for clarification at this point. I just refuse to let lame niggas think they doing something they not doing. So these little setups and things they do out there outside, just totally ignore it, bro. It's not in my world, man. It's not in our world. We the type of dude head honchos around hitman for the mafia, bro. I done that. I was only 21, a tough 21-year-old kid on the West Coast. I don't get faded by old bitter family members and people that's mad about their wife and all kind of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then they hide behind other things. You know, they scared, running to their mama. That's why he there. He running from the streets, I guarantee you. I guarantee you it's gang stalkers on the streets, and that's why he running. I guarantee you that's why he there. I guarantee you that. And guess what? He gonna stay there probably to God have to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't connected to that side of the family at all. That's the end. The end. And you can mark it happening on Resurrection Sunday. Listen, to be honest with you, I celebrate Jesus every day. It's another day for me. It's another day. You know, so I don't even hold a certain holiday in high esteem. Even Christmas. Christmas is Christmas. I mean, every day I celebrate Jesus. I look at it the same way. You know, these holidays, these moments, I represent Jesus every day. I represent Christ every day. So, imagine one day sticking out. I don't know whether it's celebrated or not, really, to be honest with you. So I just kind of just look at it and see it for what it is, and it's just another day for me to praise God, and that's it. I might acknowledge it among a couple people, but not nothing to where I just reverence this day so intensely. It's another day for somebody like me now. For these non-Christians, this is a great day for them because they don't really serve God. They don't serve Jesus every day. So if you don't serve Jesus every day, you're going to have this kind of perspective, like, whatever, so I don't, you're going to think it's some super, super holy day. I don't even know if it's a holy day, if it's not biblical. I can't say it's a holy day necessarily, because we could, for it to be a holy day would have to be the exact day. And we don't trust the preciseness of the day, that is observed and celebrated. But I celebrate Jesus every day. I have a relationship with God every day. People can't listen. You're going to learn the hard way. For niggas, you're going to learn the hard way, bro, that this ain't going to get no better for you. We can make it worse. We can make it worse for you and your family. We can make it worse for you and your community. It's not going to get no better. I can't be your scapegoat. You can think whatever you want to think. But just remember what I told you. When you start going through problems, when you start going through other stuff, me and you are not together. I'm not here for you. And I don't die off. You was wanting me to die off, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen, buddy. I don't get, listen, God ain't gonna leave me after fasting and seeking him and giving offerings and all the things I do and staying righteous. He ain't gonna leave me like that, buddy. You will. God doesn't. I never had you on my side anyway. So you can go away thinking whatever you want. But guess what? I don't have to sleep you. I don't have to live with you. And that's the punchline. I don't have to. I'm almost out of here. I give it one more month and I'm gone. I could leave quicker, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stay right here. I'm going to stay right here and continue to do. And I know, because I know what you're mad about. You know what you're mad about? Listen, you ain't worried about no pedophilia. Your country killing children and you worry about pedophilia. Listen, won't you tell Brooklyn that's closing doors and these little lame niggas closing doors, they just killed a 7-month-old child. Maybe these lame niggas don't even know. They just killed a 7-month-old child in Brooklyn. But you trying to put psychological games on me? I ain't even thinking about no woman, no girl, or no sex. That's how I know it's you. That's how good I am. Now, you contradict yourself. Killing children. A 7-month-old child in Brooklyn, ain't nothing you can do to come back from that. It's nothing. You can have an attitude like you bad, like Michael Jackson. You can be bad like Michael Jackson, but we know, in the real world among real men, you killed a 7-month-old child in Brooklyn. A baby. I mean, I think you need to have a seat. And so, because you won't, that's why we move on. Because that's called self-respect. And I'll be fine anywhere I go. I'll be fine. Listen, this is the difference between the love train and God's people. We go by what's right. These homosexuals, that's not of God. These lesbians, that's not of God. But the love community is going to love and be with everybody. We can't do that. We supposed to show love but not join to people's lifestyle. We don't join and condone their lifestyle. We don't say nothing that condones it. If you're a Christian that condone what they do with your words, you're in trouble, man. You can't, no. You can love people, but you can't condone what they do. You can't in any way insinuate condoning homosexuality and lesbianism. And you can say, I do it when? You ain't seen me have sex in a whole year. Okay, so when I do it? You talking about something in the past, right? Exactly. Keywords, in the past. That's why I don't play with lame niggas. I don't play with ignorant niggas. So it ain't no way in the world you can take my backbone, buddy. You can't take my intellectual backbone. Everything they just did today, this morning, with those psychological, all that yelling and all that stuff they just did, like 10 minutes ago, they gotta pay, they children and family gonna pay for all of that. Well, that's how I play. I don't care who they are. They not man enough to make, or woman enough to see me face to face, so why act like it's that? It's not that. So what I do, I'd rather utilize that and curse their whole community. You'll see it happen. It ain't nothing we letting them get away with, bruh. We not letting them get away with nothing. Including my brother, including my family. We don't care about none. All of them are niggas. We don't care nothing about it. If you a nigga, I don't care. If you claim whatever you claim, you a nigga. Okay? My brother is a nigga for sure. That's facts. And you know, this is all about